and then just seeing someone leave, just like, just gonna try and pickpocket.
It was your emotional support crime.
I heard the jingle.
Exactly. You may be on death's door, but as long as you're not dead, you're not too far gone for.
I'm back.
Perfect
Welcome back.
timing.
We're just about to start. Good time.
And so yeah, we go ahead and we are starting now. The party is present, and I believe so. Yep, he with this werewolf creature left, and left with you, Frost here with you. Or no, you named him. I think his name is 23. Yeah, you left 23 with you.
What a warm and compassionate name.
Right.
And
Yeah, it's 23.
Maybe it has a different meaning.
And if it was my companion, I'd just say it's 23 and me.
oh no. Fair. But yes, and with that, so I believe the party. So what is the party doing now? You have the arm.
I guess I'm still outside, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Yo, guys, do I need to come in there? What's up? What's going on in there?
Well,
good?
we had a moment of weakness and let him walk away, unfortunately, with his seemingly powerful magic items. It's a shame.
I mean, it wasn't a moment of weakness per se. We didn't really have a choice.
Well, the
I'd say
entire fight was a moment of weakness, really.
Gormaz doggy.
At death's
I'm
door,
tired of
it's a
that.
moment of weakness. I guess if we're talking strictly by definition.
Timo, look, doggy.
I would like to ride Harambe and join the conversation.
All right, and yeah, Harambe is still alive and well.
We didn't get Enki to pickpocket some magical items.
I mean, he tried his best, but at the same time, he was probably beaten up so badly, he couldn't really do much.
I suppose we wouldn't know if Enki got anything.
Right.
Care to share any information, Enki?
Nah, pockets
No sticky
empty,
fingers?
unfortunately.
A shame, truly a shame.
Yeah, you
How
know.
are you doing right now, Enki?
Not good at all. I was spawned by those wolves horribly, unfortunately. You would make me feel better? With a coin.
What was that? I couldn't hear. Who said that?
I said a healing potion, maybe? Or some sort of heal, please.
I think I have lay on hands. Let me check my character.
I think
That's
you kept
pure
5
wound.
points. Yeah,
I have
a
9
couple people with
HP.
spells.
I mean, if I would have run my pain from 1 to 10. 1 to 30.
There you go. I mean, you know what? They do that with the doctors. So
Yeah, we usually use a scale of 1 to 10, but like by all means.
You know,
I feel
back
like
in
my
the day,
scale is
while
about 37 or so.
He just
Back in
wants
the
to
Feywild,
flex the
we,
fact that he can count.
we usually use 25. It goes up as we grow older, though.
Yeah,
I guess I'm healing Enki. I'll heal him for 5 points.
gotcha. Because yeah, you're using
Thank you.
from your pool of health.
5.
I can use
Thank you,
cure
sir.
wounds on Enki. Do 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, we need to correct your cure wounds though. It's not adding your int mod.
No, it's not.
Mm-mm. So I'll pull up your character sheet, see if I can fix
Okay.
it. But anyway, continue.
Oh,
Must be-
So we're here now, uh, without, well, with the severed arm.
What were we here
What
for
do we
again?
do? We were here to get Gryffindale and bring him back to Miss Paladin. I keep forgetting her name. Nala.
Yeah, I keep forgetting her like disguise name. I know
It's Skara.
Iskara,
It's
yes.
God. But
Just
without
research some notes.
the whole person, we only have an arm now.
Oh, you guys cut off his arm?
He offered it to solve the bounty issue.
With his dog. Now we have a
Cut his
dog.
own arm off.
Cut his own arm off casually?
23, I think he named the. He called the wolf. Seemed to have torn it off for him.
And this
Very
time, this
Wolf's
wolf-
dead, right?
No, he's alive.
Oh.
Glor playing.
I ride the wolf.
That's a great idea.
It's
Let's do
funny
this.
'cause I'm playing fetch with the wolf, and you're gonna raid it while I'm playing fetch.
Sure, you know what?
To be
I
fair,
got
it's
more
massive,
HP.
and Enki's tiny.
mean,
Yeah,
he's
it does
one of the
work.
wolves that almost attacked you.
Wait, is this still invisible?
It's currently visible. There is some light right now.
Is this the one that mauled me?
Maybe. I'm trying to remember.
I don't
That's all by
it'd be
all,
funny-
bro.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, Enki. That you
It's-
got to
it's
narrow
just-
it down.
Wolf is the one that was sat over here the whole time.
I believe the one that mauled you was the one that got crushed to stone by
Yeah,
John
I think
Williams.
so. I'd have to rewatch it.
I'd like to walk over there and gloat. You
I
know?
was gonna say it'd be funny to see Anki just like riding around with the dog where there wasn't light. The dog turns invisible. He's acting like he's meditating, like levitating or something.
Ooh, I'm an angel. Give me your money.
To be fair, I think these wolves are large enough that Glorb could probably ride it if it was convinced as such. 'Cause it's huge, right? It's
Hey,
a
yo.
large-sized creature.
Yeah, it's a large creature.
It's like a massive horse-sized wolf, right?
yeah, just a slight bit smaller.
Damn.
So Glorb might be a tough fit then.
Yeah, a tough fit, maybe technically, if he had proficiency in riding, maybe, which I think he does, actually.
Actually, yeah. Actually, yeah. Actually, yeah.
That's true.
That's
That's awesome.
dope. That's dope. I have a doggy friend. And this
So actually,
Just don't fail your next animal handling check.
Gotcha.
No, because it's been playing with him. It was playing with him like towards the end of it at that point. Like it kind of
Yeah.
acknowledges him as like a wolf almost.
we was doing fetch and stuff.
Yeah.
So, we made that pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
So where should we head to next? We already failed the bounty, and there's not much use.
Well-
In the cave.
The idea is that the arm can serve as evidence of at least partial bounty success. She wanted him alive, but perhaps we'll get some of the reward for the arm on its own.
So we're gonna go up to her and basically be like, "Yeah, we disabled him."
No, we're going
No,
to
we're
convince
going
her that it's evidence of his death.
Yeah, we're going to tell her that we killed him, and that this was all that's left of him.
I mean, I don't mean to be Debbie Dowd over here, but wouldn't normally people just go be like, bring
And-
me his head?
Bring the head. Yeah.
And I don't
Glorb
know
got
if
carried away.
he specifically said this, but he meant to say this. So if I didn't say it, it was he meant to say it. He would have specified that you could say that he is dead. Not necessarily that you killed him, but you can say that he is dead. Meaning, if you were to say he is dead, that wouldn't necessarily go
That's true,
against
too.
a zone of truth.
Right, he did say something along those lines.
Yeah.
Maybe in more complex words.
Yeah.
But he also, the arm did, you specified, had a tattoo on it, which should
Yes.
help as evidence.
Yes.
But
Does
we
he
do
have any
have.
rings? I would like to
What was
loot
that?
his arm. I want to see if it has anything.
I'm sure he left all his valuables on his arm that he gave us.
He left all his valuables in his back pocket too.
Enki, make a medicine roll.
All right. Medicine. I think I passed it. No, I didn't pass it. Hold on, I'm slightly blind, so just kidding.
No worries.
I actually can't
It
find
is
it.
alphabetical as well.
Oh. There you go.
That helped a lot. Clearly, awesome. Helped me too.
A 10. It's an arm. I don't know what to tell you. It's an arm.
Is it his left or his right arm?
Left.
What is it?
Okay.
What
ooh,
does it
good to know.
change?
Whoa, we had it.
Is it a tan colored arm? Is it very pale?
It's probably
Yeah.
ill by now. Loss of blood.
Those are pretty genuine questions.
No,
though, I mean.
it's
So-
it is a bit it is a bit callous in the hand. So the hands are like the pads of the fingers and the hands are callous from hard work. Based on the skin tone, it's kind of hard to tell whether it's human or elf just on the tone itself, because humans can run a bit darker skin tone, as well as not many elves run darker, but some do. And it does kind of seem like it's a color of a tree, that kind of brown, like it's like spruce. It's like a spruce wood kind of brown. Or is that a conifer? Am I mixing it up? Hold on. It's gonna. Okay, yeah, no, I am mixing it up. I'm thinking conifer. Nope.
Does my character know enough to be able to like tell what the calluses would mean? Because you know how like carpenters
Yeah.
versus like metal workers have different calluses.
So let me just see what the maple tree.
Their
bars is.
calluses from being evil.
It's
can
just like
tell
wielding,
that-
wielding.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see if maybe he was like into something.
Oh, they just play the lute
weird.
on their free time. Clearly.
So yeah, it's with a 10 that doesn't really get you much, unfortunately. But I will say, based on like the color of the skin and the kind of like a scent to it, it almost seems like it was a wood elf.
Okay,
It's
okay.
you're between either wood elf or human.
Hey, pass that arm over here. Let me see if I can tell.
And Timmel, yeah, with a 19, as you're looking at it, you know, oddly enough, on the battlefield, you've fought a variety of people, so even though as a Draconian you might be more familiar with Draconians, you recognize that as, it's like, oh yeah, no, this is probably an arm of a wood elf. And the calluses, based on the calluses, they're probably doing a combination of like cutting, so wielding an axe for cutting down trees, as well as you take a closer look and you see there are a couple of bite marks around every so often from maybe getting bit during the process of training animals. As well as it does seem like, based on like the back of the hand, or not back of the hand, but like right below the pinky, that area is a bit worn and slightly stained, almost as if they had been making a lot of different potions and poisons.
Okay.
And you also note that it does seem like something, it's unnatural. You look at it though, and you see once in a while, you see wounds, almost just like small little dots, like small discolorations throughout.
Would it be like anything magical? Like would would I be able to roll an Arcana check?
Yeah, you can
and see
roll
if there's
Arcana.
anything?
And then also Needles, are you overlooking this as they're observing the arm? What are you doing during this?
If they spent enough time on it, Needles would wander over.
Uh,
Especially if Timmel was looking frustrated.
yeah,
Yeah,
Timmel, the
I-
arm's cursed. If you touch it, you become cursed, and your family becomes cursed.
Although you did.
I'm already cursed.
Yeah, you're already cursed, actually,
We're all
Timmel.
gonna
You're probably
die.
cursed. And then, sorry, Needles, what were you saying?
I was just saying, if it was long enough, yeah, Needles would wander
Okay.
over.
So yeah,
Considering. Yeah, considering the connection.
mhm.
And you were making fun of me for asking questions about this damn arm.
Is the arm on the ground, thrown on
Yeah,
the ground
yeah.
at this point?
He
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
potions and he's
That's what I'm saying. I'm
You
like, it's
would
pretty
cousin.
viable. That's a pretty viable question. That's what I was saying. I'm like, it makes sense. Because we don't even know who the heck this guy is, so the more we learn, the better.
Because, you know, most swordsmen were right-handed, no? That was
And he kind of
the
kicked
thing.
her ass. So,
he kind of kicked you right.
And so, Timmel, you said you throw down this cursed arm.
Yeah. I throw it down all spooked after I didn't know what the fuck I was doing with it. Apparently I could tell you make potions though.
Hmm.
Just start praying, like, please, cleanse me of this curse.
And so, Needles, are you taking a look then at it? And
I
if
would have. Confusedly, after Timmel throws down the arm, I would rush over. Is there a reason we're throwing around our only evidence of success?
He was a lumberjack.
I
He makes
don't
cursed
see how that's
potions.
relevant. That seems slightly more relevant, considering. And I'll jingle the vials of blood that I collected from the victim. But I'm not sure why we need to be throwing the arm. Is there a particular reason?
He cursed my bloodline because I touched it. I'm doomed. And anyone near me that touches me is doomed too. Touches like everyone near me.
I will fly back
I'm
to
not
avoid
going
that.
down alone.
Are
I
there
will
attack rolls
dodge.
involved?
yeah.
I will also avoid
slightly.
it.
yeah, the people around you, it's Needles, Winch, and Enki.
Nice. Dude, I'm so
I'll
happy.
dodge it.
I'm so far away. You can't even grab me. We're good.
Yeah.
Walks
just
over
playing
here,
with the
tries
dog.
to touch the door.
Starts chasing people.
Starts chasing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Oh yeah?
make
Oh,
either
yeah?
an contested athletics or acrobatics check, I guess.
Fine. But I
Lost
also
winch.
would like the dog to protect me.
The dog is doing no such thing.
Damn it.
The dog is also running away from this.
The dog is just
curse.
confused. It just thinks there's a game of tag going on, so
That just makes sense. Okay. So you said athletics
or acrobatics.
acrobatics? Gotcha. I'll just do athletics.
Dang.
Yeah, Glorb, you're fast as fuck, boy. Like he's not. You are tag champion. He's not getting you.
Good.
But so Needles.
While they're, while they're playing a game of tag, Needles will inspect the arm to see if it's actually cursed.
So
I'd like to give him a hand.
Oh my god.
Use Mage Hand for that.
Oh,
yeah,
Lift it up without. In fact,
Yeah,
I would
I'll
actually
use-
cast Mage Hand.
I'll cast Mage Hand, so it's invisible. Ooh.
I mean, I can pick
Okay,
it
so
up
it's just
if you want
floating.
me to.
in the
love
air.
it.
all right.
So you can inspect where the Mage Hand is holding it still.
Mm,
It's
You're not
invisible.
touching it. The mage hand is.
exactly.
You know, sorry, one. You know, Enki, you would make a very good medical assistant. Very
Does it pay
useful.
well?
Sorry, what was that?
Does it pay well?
Ah, I look in my very overinflated coin purse right now. It pays relatively well. Well, we'll discuss this later.
I'll consider the apprenticeship.
And then, with it floating, I will inspect. And do I get advantage with Enki's help? What am I rolling?
Up to
Arcana or
you.
medicine?
So you could do Arcana or Medicine. Different
Since he said
results
it's
for different
cursed.
rolls.
Yeah, since he said it's cursed, I'm gonna go with Arcana. This needs to stop happening, guys. This has been that's 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row, guys.
She. All right.
It has been 2 weeks, but still.
So, yeah, with that, you note that some of the markings on this arm are very familiar to you, as they are not battle scars that people would be familiar with, but they are scars. You realize they're scarrings from needles, specifically injections that you are from injection sites that are going into the muscle, as well as some that are going into the skin. As you realize that he was maybe willing, maybe not willing, participant in research studies that were altering his body with magic.
Does it seem familiar or unfamiliar? And I'm sure you understand what
Yes.
that means.
It does feel a little bit familiar.
But not directly, not so much
Yeah.
that I would have been around for any event similar.
You've seen
not-
similar
nothing-
research performed on a bear.
But not this exact thing.
Yeah.
But very, very similar. So-
Yes,
or so.
very, very similar.
Not cursed, seemingly.
No, not cursed at all. Maybe cursed in the sense of like living with the experience of going
Sure.
through that,
But
but
if
like,
we touch it, we're not.
yeah,
our
not
lineage is
magically
not
cursed. Yeah,
going to be born with.
no.
Should we preserve the arm? Because if we take one, it's just gonna kind of rot.
I think the plan is to head back today, but it does not seem cursed at the very least. Although it seems, how to put it, like certain individuals with prowess in the arcane and medical have touched upon this a bit more than is perhaps appropriate for most medical procedures. If that makes any sense.
Oh shit!
the-
Right. I just remember that's a nat 20. You would also see there amongst the blood. It almost seems like shadow is also pouring out of the arm.
I will collect some of the blood if you'll allow.
Yeah. And we'll carry over some of that nat 20, so you're able to get at least 2 vials of it.
Hey, Chef.
I'll mark that down.
Yeah.
Glorb's
walk?
dog needs a walk. Yeah, Glorb's dog needs a walk. I'm gonna go walk it out, but in real life, I
Yeah.
gotta go walk my dog. Man.
All right, yeah, no worries. So Glorb
right-
is
I'm gonna try to make it.
practicing riding on his new wolf friend.
That is true. I did want to do that.
Mhm.
So
Fuck
Timmel,
yeah.
Timmel was the one that went to walk his.
Oh, Timmels.
John.
Oh, my apologies.
But I'm
But I
sure
do
Glorb
want-
also wanted
But
to.
I
do
do
that.
want to ride on it. So,
Glorb.
like, that actually, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say, can I try to ride on it while he walks it?
Perfect.
I can't believe our luck, man. When it comes to like combat, I roll like freaking 2s and 3s. But when it comes to like doing a story, I'm like
For
fishing.
that shit.
Let's
Yeah,
go fish one.
Immediate.
right.
Oh. You just have to convince the fight to be a not fight, and then you can roll high. But moving on.
It's not a fight, it's a heist. Right. Alright.
But I was going to explain to Timmel that it doesn't seem cursed, but it seems like he went off with Glorb temporarily.
Well, since it's not cursed, I'll just take the arm and just carry it for us.
I just want it to be known. You guys could just hear like slight sounds of just wee
In the distance.
from outside.
Faster, faster.
Pretty much, exactly. Just I'm having a grand old time.
And
Should we head back to the city? Or town?
Tara will also offer to carry the arm for you, Avalon.
Oh, okay. I'll just put it with him. His inventory. It will be in my inventory, correct?
Yeah, it's in your inventory, even though he's technically the one holding it.
Yeah.
we do need to determine how we're going to present this. I would say my opinion is that Severance's connection to the Moon Maiden is so unbelievably strong that a meteorite from the moon struck down his body, leaving only the arm. But that's only an idea.
Mm,
Well,
when
also,
you said present, I was thinking that we were gonna buy flowers or something with it.
No.
That was my first thought. So making up a
Severance didn't
story.
Severance didn't feel comfortable talking with.
No, I can. I just wasn't sure on the first meeting how they were going to act. But since it seems like they are more chill, I am fine with
Literally.
meeting them. However, I don't think I should be the one to try and use as a excuse because they're also were they a paladin or a cleric?
Paladin.
All that.
Yeah, they're also they're a paladin, so they'd probably have some kind of idea whether that would be possible or not, and with our strength, it might be a bit harder to believe.
Regardless, we do have to offer an explanation for why we only have the arm. Otherwise, we might just take the reward from the mayor. If we haven't got a solid plan, I'd rather not put ourselves in a position to be seen as liars by one of our few potential allies.
Well, the dog bit it off, no?
We could use that to a degree, but what happened to the body? Why couldn't we return the head?
I mean, we can say that
We can say that he was
fought-
eaten alive.
Yeah,
mauled
we
to
fought
death
the thing that ate him.
after we offered all the dogs fish.
So we offered the dogs fish. They joined up with us. They ate the rest of his body, but left us the arm as evidence, is our story.
We could say he was being mauled to death, and we yoinked his arm right before they started devouring him,
It's an option.
and then got away.
I'd personally like to leave it as unambiguous that he was dead as possible.
I mean, we can say that we arrived before we could save him. Like, totally. Like, he was dead when we were there, got there, and the only part we can save it was his arm.
If he was already dead, hard to confirm it's the right person, although the tattoo does help in that story.
But we also don't know what he looks like. I don't think we ever saw an image of him.
We say that we had the head, but then we accidentally dropped it in a bush.
Needles is
just
actually
couldn't find
laughing in game.
We just couldn't find it, so we had to just stick with the arm.
That seems questionable and puts our competence in question, but if we're all comfortable with that, I won't argue. It is dark, and he did have shadowy powers, but again, that would bring into question whether or not he's certainly dead.
Well, we could try and distract her without doing an explanation. Like, we could ask the age-old question of, does she think a trillion lions beat the sun?
Yes, I
Well,
also
they
hear
could at night.
that the author had a whole series of fantasy creature stories, and there's the theory about the lions versus the fantasy monsters, something like that. I've always hated those sorts of questions.
I've heard that same author recently came up with the 100 men versus a gorilla.
Speaking of which, I love those questions. Would you guys rather fight one chicken-sized beholder or 10 beholder-sized chickens?
Knowing a bit about beholders, I feel the latter is a bit better. Size doesn't really encapsulate their power.
True.
Put-
but also 10 giant chickens like that, and I feel like I'd get eaten in one bite. Or pecked
I feel
to
like
death.
with Glorb around, we'd end up riding them by the end of the fight. We'd have a whole host of mounts.
If only we had giant birds that could actually fly.
I'm gonna cast, since I have one free cast as a fairy of Enlarge on, second level spell. I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Wisp. How big does it get? I assume not big enough to ride. Well, in fact, I know not big enough to ride, but Needles is gonna test it anyway.
Yeah, I guess technically the way Enlarge Person works, right, is it goes one size up.
Technically, but it does technically. It doubles the size in any one dimension and then multiplies the size by 8 total.
Gotcha.
So I'm sure Needles could ride it, but I don't think even Enki would be able to ride it.
Yeah, no. It's
Yeah. Also, bird mounts wouldn't do anything for me because hollow bones and
yeah.
I'm currently 306 pounds,
Yes.
so they would crumple.
Yeah, so Wisp is just kind of just like confused of what's going on. You guys just hear beak, 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 beak. I'm beak. And communicated telepathically.
Not quite big enough to ride, unfortunately. Sorry for casting a spell on your familiar without permission, Hawker. I didn't think before casting.
They don't seem to mind, so I suppose I don't either.
It'll last for 1 minute.
It's like doing the like stompy thing with its claws, like getting familiar with being the size.
Oh no, that sounds heartbreaking. Well, shall we head to the town soon, or retrieve Timmel and the dog and Glorb before the hand rots and becomes unrecognizable?
I do believe we should try and get back as soon as possible, so we do not end up missing out on the chance we have to get an extra reward.
Yeah.
Because we should be able to get the bounty from both our paladin friend, who is hopefully still there, unstoning people, and the mayor.
Yes, I don't think it's too much of a rush, but we should head back. We can finish discussing on the way.
I'll just go out and just call for Glorb and Timmel. I think we're about to head out.
All right. And so they will swing back.
I'm back. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
You got
Lord.
flipped.
Don't make the
Genuine
dog
perfect
attack
timing.
me. Ah.
Genuine perfect timing. No, I've
Yeah.
been riding it. You're walking it. I've been riding it.
Yeah.
Just going. I explained. I was going. Wee.
I like
Just
the idea
having
that
a-
it's
having a
chasing
fun
Timmel
time.
to get
Yeah.
revenge for you being chased earlier.
Yeah, I'm probably pointing my finger forward and just go like, get him, get him. It's just following.
How fast can I run again? It was like 30 miles an hour.
Close. I
I think
think
it's
it's
like-
27.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah, you can. You'd probably reach
muddy.
the town before we even got out of the forest.
Yeah.
Alright, I'd like to just sprint to the town, and then just start fishing as soon as I get there.
All right. Make a
Fair.
flat 20 d20 check. Oh, also through the power of AI, my friends made a actual image for Christopher Dawkins. Let me go find it.
Oh no!
Let's go.
No.
Oh, it's different than this Christopher Walken's one that you've been using?
At
Mm-hmm.
least have a Hawaiian shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but
This
because
one
that's
is his
Christopher
standard
Walken.
look. It's this, but then he wears other stuff on top of it that matches that right now it's fishing gear.
Yeah, but I mean that's Christopher Walken. The guy in the game is Christopher Dawkins.
Yeah, here we go. Let's see if this
They're
uploads.
completely different people.
It'd be funny if you just got a picture of a dock and you just put googly eyes on it.
Oh, it's fucking Clem.
Why isn't it?
Oh,
Oh,
that's why
file
he-
isn't
that's-
allowed.
That's why he couldn't catch Moldy Goldie. He has no arms.
Dang it! All right.
He didn't have the crystal either.
Is
No
it
arms
gonna
does hurt the process, though.
Copy image. Well, all right. It's not working for some reason, but I can share it in the chat at least. I think I just have to download it. I'll get around to that eventually. But for the meantime, I'll just put it in discussion.
My curiosity.
There you go.
Oh.
Oh.
Bruh.
That's actually so perfect.
I
It looks
was
like the,
not expecting it to be like
That
a
is pretty good,
Renaissance
actually.
painting type thing.
He has a 1,000-yard stare.
He do.
That looks like something. That looks like some kind of painting you'd see
Yeah,
from
I
like
was
a
gonna
Civil War type
Well, I was-
museum.
I was gonna say it looks like the painting of the like farmer with the pitchfork dude. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking about?
kind of.
Farmer and wife.
That's what it reminded me of.
He traded his farm, his wife, and it for a fish and a net.
Good
I've seen
choice.
a fish like that. Just gripped onto that thing. All right. Anyways,
Ooh, excuse me.
what do I get for 18?
18. All right. So you hook a fish, and then you're using the golden fishing rod, right?
Of course.
All right. With advantage, make either an athletics or acrobatics check.
Just to specify, did you go up to the docks? I guess it's the middle of the night, so maybe Christopher Dawkins wouldn't be there.
Enki,
But
what's your
just-
passive perception?
My passive.
It is his rod that you would be using if he is
9.
there.
9. It's my passive.
All right,
perception.
bet. All right, so go ahead. So yeah, make that athletics or acrobatics check with advantage. So 18, 17. Sorry. So, you hook a really big one, but unfortunately, you're just not able to reel it in.
Oh, do I have to like match it?
But and so it gets away, and you hear, "Oh, hey, yeah, no, those big ones. Sorry to hear about that. That's a shame, but you'll get them next time. That seemed like quite the battle there. Nice fishing rod, by the way. That looks
Oh, thank you.
it looks very similar to one I used to have."
Well, you see, you gave me the description, and I was like, man, I wish I had a golden fishing rod. So I got one.
Oh, good. And a good hero needs a good item to help him on the quest. So, I'm glad you were able to get it. I was hoping to give you guys that rod if it was still around, but unfortunately, I feel it might just be gone forever. And that's okay. It's important to not get too attached to earthly things. They tie you down.
Yep, I tell people that pretty often.
Anyway.
They're like,
Sure.
man, let go, bro. I took that gold like last week. I know what you mean.
And he kind of looks at you as like, I feel like you're trying to describe thieving as if it's a morally accurate thing.
Huh?
I don't know, just the way you said it, it sounded like
I
you were
think you're just kind of reading into it too much.
Oh, you know what? That's
Same
fair.
thing,
You know what? I have been staring out into the sea for quite some time. It might not be good on my head. I do feel like I'm hearing something call out to me. So maybe I should take a vacation and go on to the next town and accept that maybe the fishing competition isn't going to happen.
Yeah, we are working on it though. We're trying our best.
Oh, well, great. That's great. Maybe I'll wait around a little longer.
I wish you luck on it. I'm gonna just keep on seeing if I can get any more bites here.
I'll watch.
Oh.
He just stares at you.
This is all happening at 1 or 2 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
He's just chilling
It's like
at
2 in the
dock.
morning. And all right, so that is what Anki, go ahead and just give me like 3 more rolls really quick of the d20, and then at that point the party will make it to town.
Damn. 16, 15, 10.
All right, and then go ahead and give me that many 3 more acrobatics or with advantage rolls. All right, so you, of course, on the 10 is the one you get an nat 20 on, but actually all of them you're able to reel in. So you get like a decent size, pretty large, 2 pretty decent sized fish, and then just like it's an okay fish.
Can I go to the tavern to like ask him if he could prepare it again?
Oh yeah, sure. And then so as you're heading to the tavern to see if he'll prepare those fish for you, we'll just say like 2 large and then 1 medium fish for the sake of and I can go into detail of what specific fish if you want. I just have to look up
Nah, it's
rarity
alright.
of certain
I'm not gonna do that
fish.
to you.
I should have this on hand because this is gonna happen more. I should be ready
I'm gonna
for
be
this.
farming pretty often.
But
farming or
regardless, if you give a man a fishing rod, you can't expect him not to fish. I don't know what to tell you. But, and so yeah, with that, maybe around like, because it's, let me go back to the world map to see how far again it is.
You said 1 big fish, 2 medium?
No, 2 big fish and 1 medium.
Okay.
It's like that. So, oh yeah, so you get there like in an hour, and everyone else gets there in like 3 hours.
You're fast as fuck, boy.
He is fast as fuck. So at that point, it's like 4-ish in the morning. You guys get back to town. What are you guys doing?
On the way, I just wanted to see if the material, I wanted to study the material if Avalon would let me. The mind, what is it? The slate stone.
Say
To
something.
make sure, see if it's a healthy substance, if we should be taking this, because everybody keeps saying, get your memories back first, get your memories back first before they tell us anything. And it's very frustrating. So Needles would like to study that.
Sure. At the same time, can I see Ava? Because I don't know. I want to know how she's doing after the whole ordeal and stuff.
I will pull Ava out for you so you can have a conversation and we'll do a swap.
Yep.
I'll take a look at the slate stone and you can talk to Ava.
Do you want me to just give that, put that in your inventory? Say something?
Oh no, I don't need to keep it.
Okay.
I'm just looking.
All right.
Oh, actually, I wanted to ask, is there a way I could like buy cooking utensils from the tavern keeper?
Yeah, you can, we'll go to that in a second. You'll be able to ask him
Oh,
potentially.
it's like Olive Garden.
But, so yes, the really quick, if just, Needles, give me what roll are you using to inspect this, stone?
Because I'm specifically interested in how healthy it is, I guess I'll use my surgeon's tools, my intelligence-based medicine check.
Okay.
If that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that was not with advantage.
So,
But
14.
I will use a DM inspiration.
Okay,
to reroll.
gotcha. So go ahead and reroll.
Better.
Dirty 20. And then are we sticking with dirty 20?
Yeah.
All right. So with a dirty 20, it's hard to really say. It is kind of crystalline in nature. So it does feel like, and as you're looking at it, it seems like this is a very, like, even though you weren't looking for magical, like, this wasn't an arcana roll. This was a medicine roll.
Yeah, medicine.
So even with the magic not being the focus of what you were looking at, from medical perspective, it's like, this is magic shit. This is not a drug, essentially. This is magic shit.
So effectively, my medicine check tells me use a different check. Use a different.
It's
skill set.
essentially it's able, but it can confirm that it's not like a poison.
I will ritual cast identify.
And because
go
it's technically not a drug, it is interesting that there are cases of overdose.
Yeah. Would I be familiar with any magic that people can overdose on?
So
similar
you
way?
would be familiar that like the only of the known spells, the only magic that you can overdose on per se is like a damaging spell that's always going to do damage, right? There's no like here's a way to heal and oops we healed you too much.
It's like here's your daily dose of healing and it's actually opioids.
Right, exactly. That's more of something that you would see with drugs. So
Yeah.
it does bring that to question.
Overdosing on good berries.
Well, I will ritual cast identify at that point then. Takes 10 or 11 minutes ritual casting.
Gotcha. And while he's
Do I get anything? Yeah, go ahead.
doing that, we will jump to Avalon having a conversation with Ava. So, Avalon, you have the vial that Ava's in.
Hi Ava, how are you doing so far?
And she's like, well, a bit shaken up, to be honest. That was really kind of nervous there for a second, because I don't really know what would happen if you guys died, and that guy looted your bodies and,
Right.
took me, or worse, you guys died and they didn't loot your bodies, and I was just kind of left there. I mean, I guess I could just go back into the water planes of which I was fished out of, so I guess that's not too bad. But
That's
still,
a question. Like, so how does your power per se work?
I gotta be honest, I don't really know. I know that's a crappy answer, but I just kind of think about it. I just imagine myself swimming further into an ocean, and suddenly I am deep within an ocean with miles of sea around me, and nothing else is there. And then when I think that I want to return back to where I was, I just try to swim back to where I was, and then I find myself here. When
And
you
does-
guys first got me, I saw a hook, and it was the first time I had seen anything other than a vast expanse of ocean. So I grabbed onto it out of pure curiosity. And I'm glad I did, because here I am.
And while you're traveling, do you see anything at all? I mean, I know you just said the hook, but while traveling through that space, what do you see?
Just endless expanse of ocean. Rarely anything at all. I might every once in a while see a fish, but I try to talk to it and I get no response.
Yeah, that's a fish.
She doesn't know how to speak whale.
So, yeah, that's kind of how it's been for. So I gotta be honest, I'm kind of glad that you guys caught me, because it was getting, I don't know, lonely. I don't know how long I was there, but it's nice to be able to leave that place. Not that I mind being there, so, if you guys need your privacy and want me to go back and just want to call on me, that's okay. I understand. I totally get it. I can't really think on why. For whatever reason, I do feel a close connection to privacy and it being important, so.
I think there's a bit too much of us to have any privacy. We're a horde.
So I
Comrades in
know
arms.
For the
the whole
whole.
conversation with Nala. What is your opinion about that?
I gotta be honest. I I don't remember much, but I do have a feeling that she seems like a good person. I don't like it. It's not that I don't trust her. She does seem like she genuinely means well and wants to do good. But I am a little bit concerned, just given if I am the princess and if there is any bad blood between our nations, I wouldn't blame her if she held something against me. Even though I had nothing to do with the war, I actually was away from the castle at the time. And you do note there is like a moment of hesitancy as she's talking about, the castle, and she goes, but yeah, but so I think we can trust her, but I just don't think I should. I do think it's a good call to let her. Oh well, actually, I think you guys did. She's like, I think we can trust her, but I do think that maybe we shouldn't bring me up with her too much in case,
Right.
not that she changes her mind, but if whoever she's working with changes their mind, I think that might be potentially problematic.
And you just talked about the castle. Are you talking about the castle in Bern?
Yeah.
I don't remember us discussing that about you leaving the castle at all.
And
Or-
yeah, and she'll just kind of look and she'll go, oh, well, yeah, don't know how much is public knowledge or not, but, I mean, I imagine a princess not being being not seen in the nation for a while. My memories are not all there yet, but I do. There are some things that my memory is starting to come back as I've been trying to work on it. And I don't know. I do remember leaving the castle.
Is there any way for me to also help piece together your memory? Am I able to see your memories at all in a way?
Yeah, I'm unsure, to be honest. I'm sorry. And actually make an Arcana roll.
Ooh.
Dear heavens, that's the second Arcana roll that we've nat 20'd on her.
Yeah,
Dude,
it
we've been
is.
playing like so hard this session too.
So,
Yeah.
you know exactly how you can get her memory back.
Oh.
So, you were told that you have a stone
Right.
that can bring back memory. She adjusts her size to fit the container she's in. And you know how anatomy of creatures work. You only need, at this size, even just like a tiny crust, like just knock off a little tiny bit of that brick and drop it in this vial and stir it around a little bit, or let her swim around it a little bit, and she's probably getting those memories back. Now, mind you, there are some unknowns here, but she's a magical fish that was able to grant a wish, so
Bars.
surely there has to be some kind of ability for her to survive. And if nothing else, if she does start to like OD on this, if that is something that can happen to her, she has expressed the ability that she can swim to a vast, endless ocean, of which then who knows how large her size gets when she goes there. But regardless, that should be enough to prevent any kind of overdose, if that is a thing that can happen to her.
I turn to Needles and ask, so how far of the analysis of that slate stone do you have?
And at this
put my-
point, we will say the Identify spell has finished casting.
You kind of jumped the gun there, Avalon, but that's actually that's what I was getting to, and you rolled a natural 20, so that is progressing developments at haste, which
Yes.
is perfect.
And so as you're coming to this realization, the identify is finishing, and you are realizing, Needles, that this chunk, while there is a way, ingesting it needs to be done through, like, just eating it might not work super great.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
But if you are able to either breathe this in, or if there is any other way
Airborne,
of...
okay.
yeah, no.
You're about to say needles.
And that might be a way of taking this in if you were able to somehow get it into like a powder or something. You could potentially eat some of it, but at the end of the day, this is a material that is made of memory. This is a block of almost like raw memory condensed. And so by consuming this, you are able to obtain memory.
I was worried it was gonna be a suppository or something.
Is there, based on based on that, do I think there's a way to almost, I don't know, spellcast rather than, since it's magical instead of medical, rather than trying to turn it into some sort of medical powder, would there be a way to use arcana or some sort of spellcasting to translate the material into more magical arcane memories, like to be directed internally, like using telekinetic or telepathic powers, I mean, or some such?
So maybe the identify won't necessarily tell you that much,
Right.
but it will say that because this is a magical item, similar to how like you could potentially remove an enchantment from like an enchanted item to try to use that for your like for fuel or for other means, you could potentially disenchant this, not disenchant, but repurpose potentially. You're not fully sure how you would do that, but that is something that is within the realm of possibility.
Okay. I will look up at Avalon, I assuming he's speaking to me at this point.
Yes, at this
Yeah.
point, Avalon.
Yes, I turn Needles. I'd say, so, Needles, I think I have an idea, but I'm not so sure I want to go through it for right now. I want to know more about that slate stone and how viable that is for us.
It doesn't seem outright poisonous, but the arcana is not immediately familiar to me. But it should return memories magically rather than medically, and it shouldn't be ingested directly, but more so through inhalation or some, which is maybe familiar to some other powdered substances, but it could potentially be magically translated or transferred to somebody as well. I was thinking specifically for Ava, but I'm not sure how much we'd need, nor how safe it is for a magical creature. I'm not even sure it would work. I was planning on studying her a bit more.
I mean, we can talk about this more later because I
And-
feel like we need to figure this out more.
And carrying over the 23 too, with that knowledge of breathing, you know that fish breathe through their gills and they breathe the water. So by putting a little bit in the vial that she's in, if it dissolved, she, as a fish, would be, in a sense, breathing it in.
I'm not exactly sure how she'd ingest it.
Well, she is a fish, and she can breathe through her gills. So if we put the dust into the water, she can breathe through the water.
That's a good point. Do you convey to Needles the other stuff that you came to as a conclusion?
Yes, about the castle and how about her memories.
Oh, sure. But also the changing size to avoid overdosing if that's a risk, or
Oh, yes, that part. Yes. So
Okay.
grab a. But also,
Well,
actually, I need to think about this. But you go ahead first.
I would agree that we should wait. We should deal with the bounty situation first. Perhaps after that, or on our way to Castleton, we can experiment with some unique and special substances. All together as a group.
This is the only way for us to get our memories back, I guess. I still don't
Yes,
trust.
I'm a bit
this
worried
call.
about that, personally. I might. This sounds selfish and self-preserving, but I might hold off on returning my memories until some others have gone through the process. Not for self-serving means and self-preserving ones. I just.
You're
And Needles
afraid.
just sort of trails off.
I was gonna say, are you afraid to remember what happened in the past?
No. Things have been strange. I'm sure you've all noticed. Things have been strange.
Hmm.
You can make an insight check if you want. Because Needles is not going to say it out loud.
I won't. I feel like I leave you to your privacy, really. I feel like I
Well,
see the
that's up to you as a player.
comfort you have,
Mhm.
and I know like Avalon wouldn't like when more uncomfortable with talking about it.
Fair enough.
But also want to go back to Ava and ask. So since you did leave the castle, did you ever have the Queen's maidens with you?
And you see, make an insight check for me.
Well,
With.
ooh,
Never mind.
Dirty 20.
You're about to help me with that too.
And sorry, what were
Since
you
I
saying?
was done with my spell, yeah. No,
Oh.
no, I was just going to offer advantage since I was off
Yeah.
my spell, or try to. But it doesn't seem like that's
Oh,
necessary.
yeah. So, dirty 20. You see for a brief moment, there's almost like mind you, not a lot of facial expression on a fish, but there is like a slight like wince almost. It's very brief, almost like it's subconscious, but there does seem to be a brief wince for a moment at the mentioning of Queen's maidens.
You okay, Ava?
She's like, huh? Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I don't have any memory of them.
Are you sure, or you just don't want to talk about it?
She's like, no, I'm sorry, I don't have that many of my memories at this point still. I'm sorry.
All right then.
In just Avalon's head, I will say, with her memories potentially returned with the Slate Stone, and a few more spells at my disposal, we might be able to see a few more hidden things. I always hate to invade someone's privacy. I lie. But I...
I'm like, I'm thinking, I look like.
I'm sure Avalon doesn't need an insight check to know that's a lie. But
Yeah. I just
I
not see.
always hate to invade someone's privacy, but with the situation being as tied up in international politics as it is, it might be best to take a peek. This is just Avalon.
And I nod a little bit. Like I'm kind of like on the fence of doing that, but I like nod in agreement to like figure out more.
Yeah, I will give the Slate Stone back and put Ava back in my belt
Ava.
And she's just like,
with the rest of my blood tubes.
yeah.
At this point, she has
Yeah.
5. I have 5 test tubes full of blood. I don't know. Do I have enough? Am I running out?
You were running a little bit
They're
low.
small
Here, hold on one second.
because I've used 6 total. 3 or 5 for blood, some of it Griffin's and some of it the authors, and then 1 for Ava. It doesn't. We said the pack doesn't specifically say test tubes. That's not a thing that comes in the normal D&D pack, but we determined that Needles would have some. But I don't know if we kind of just kept saying, yeah, I get a vial of blood, I get a vial of this.
So yeah,
But I
about
don't
6 or
know.
12.
Yeah, I'll try to pick up more in town if we can do that at some point.
Yeah. So we'll say, for the sake of travel and stuff, we'll say 6. But yeah, you could pick up more.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a workshop to ourselves.
Ah, yes, his home. Speaking of, we could also fish. I don't know how the rest of the group, and I will return to speaking to everybody, feels about fishing the other bull out of the water. Speaking of John.
At this point, we need to. Because we just lost
What
one.
happened? He said John.
Sorry,
John
in game, Mr. Williams. But
Keep in mind,
Tim
we're
was
gonna
like,
call
"What
you.
about
We're
John?"
gonna call you Tim.
But we were asking everybody in the group if we want to fish out. I guess we can do that in town. We can discuss that.
What are the repercussions? Because she's a fish, right? You said we fish out her
No.
bowl? No?
No. Fishing out the other sculpted Gorgon bull creature out of the water where we dumped it.
Mm,
Since we
okay.
lost one in the fight.
Mm.
It might take hours, is the reason. We might not want to spend time on it.
Enki's probably down. He got that fishing rod.
Maybe he'll have it up by the time we're back.
Yeah, there you go.
He seems like a strong fellow, nearly as strong as Glorb, right?
Distracted easily, though. Remember, he looked into the sun.
No, distracted. Us Fae, surely not. Speaking of, immediately in the middle of that conversation, I will immediately cast Silent Image 60 feet above us with the same similar sign saying, Queen's Maidens, there are very interesting people here with a big arrow. Very, very ADHD, forgetting what I'm doing.
Right, the sign.
Wait, Neil, I don't think we need to do that right now.
I don't know if we're doing anything else over travel. I will just continue to do that every 10 minutes while we're traveling.
And then nice. And then Timmel, Winch, and not Bartholomew. Is it Bartholomew or is it Glorb?
Glorb right now, I think.
It's just Globe right now.
Glorb,
Like I said,
okay.
I will change the
The picture.
name on there
Mm.
so you guys.
Oh,
can tell.
yeah.
Oh, the name.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you have. So true. So, Glorb, Hawk, Winch, Timmel, what are you guys up to while you travel? Oh, and Enki. Oh, no, Enki's already at the fishing. That's right.
Like he's fishing. He's out fishing.
So what's next, guys? Where are we traveling to after this?
I'm just dog sitting.
Dog
Just
sitting?
riding the dog.
Can I buy
Did
the?
we give
utensils yet?
the arm to Ava yet? Is that's who needed the arm, right?
No,
it's
yeah.
just the fish in the glass.
Yeah.
Nala. You're thinking of the Dragonborn
Nala.
Paladin?
Nala, yeah.
There's a lot of names.
You're right. The one that I should have known because I was fighting with her.
Yes, she seemed to recognize you, so I want to give you Slate Stone.
Mm.
Get a character from your own backstory.
It's all right. Her name's not directly in the backstory. It's just because of the backstory. It's like, oh yeah, you know this person.
I'm not
Yes,
a
I
gooner.
think-
You're a gooner.
That was in game.
You know what? Fair enough.
But in response to Timmel, Needles will say, I think if everyone's in agreement, Castleton seems like a good stop, considering both Escara, or Nala, and Griffin have suggested we go that direction.
That's probably a good idea.
I'm with Needles. We should go to Castleton, that place in Coombe. I also wanted to go to the weird named place that looks like Disneyland or something.
Oh, the hold on, let me pull
An
up the world. map for you.
abbreviation, right?
Isn't the PFP talking about, or?
Poonstafu, or are you talking about Dreamland?
Punstafu.
I believe
PFP won't shut the fuck up. That's why I think. That's what I think of.
that would be a fun abbreviation. I think we determined, was it Hawka determined
We
that it was an
definitely were
abbreviation?
Mhm.
Or Avalon?
Someone
thought
did
someone
determine
determined.
it might
What
be
is
an
it?
abbreviation.
I don't remember at all thinking that. I think it was
Oh,
So-
the pump.
No, it
Yeah, I
wasn't
see it, I see
me.
it.
I think it was you, Needles.
It may have been. One of us pointed out that it's probably an abbreviation, so it could very well mean
It straight up
that
just says,
series
"Shut the
of
fuck
words.
up, SCFU.
Profile picture worth no time, please.
SCFU.
STFU. There's nothing else.
I can't believe John Cena changed the name to Attitude Adjustment. What a loser.
Womp womp.
I know. It is
Little
womp womp.
Castleton. So that's the closest one to us, though, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
I suppose we'll be stopping
Yeah.
there regardless on our way
Mhm.
anywhere else.
Who's gonna go to Castleton anyway?
Yes, I think
Super close by.
Appleton is the best bet.
I won't ride the Ferris wheel in Dreamland, guys.
If we head over though, I'm riding the wolf. I don't care.
So speaking of the wolf, I assume if we have a torch near us, we can see it. But if it ever
Mhm.
goes out of the torchlight, is Glorb just riding,
Loading.
Yeah.
floating?
Mhm.
That is fun. If you find a
Very
way,
fun.
Glorb, if you find a way, in fact, I have a spell for it to turn you invisible. That would be quite the useful cavalry to have on our side.
He's gonna fall off the freaking dog. Where'd he
Let's
go?
to see. Yeah. Glorb likes idea.
Well, after a night's rest, we might be able to experiment with some spell casting. But I think we'll get back, unless anybody else has more to discuss.
Ah, geez, guys, my health looking a little low. A long rest might be needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long rest would be good.
Agreed. Yeah, we're all
After all
fucked up.
that fighting,
Yeah,
you still
we
haven't
have the
fully
same.
recovered.
Yo, damn man, I'm like hurt.
Yeah.
Just looks at blood. Right, I'm bleeding.
Glorb's rib is broken.
Hey, wait a minute,
Stares
guys.
and stares and almost dying.
I don't think
we
I'm
all
doing
are.
so hot.
Severance.
We're
Was
definitely all fucked
I
up.
don't know how low everyone else got, but all I know is I did get down to 2 HP.
I could tell you something. In a scale of 0 to 43, it's 23 for me.
I'm at 13 out of 33.
I'm
I'm
at
at
44.
17 out of 39, but that's because you did lay on hands on me for 15 health points.
You're damn right, boy. I'll put these hands on you. Hey, yo.
What?
In hands of healing.
And the healing.
As a medical professional, I have a strong disdain for this practice. There needs to be a sense of professionalism, of course.
So how far are we from Harbor Town?
Yeah, no, I was about to say, at this point, you guys are probably coming into Harbor Town. And you know what, Anki, go ahead and give me one more fishing roll.
Okay, hold on.
Let's see if you can fish that bull.
So
Wait, so
first, a
Enki's
flat
fishing
20.
as we're walking?
So
got there
Anki
so
actually
far
ran
I'm already
ahead.
here.
Oh, you're already
Yeah.
there? Oh, yeah, because he's fast as fuck.
Fast
Yeah.
as fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm fast as fuck, but Enki's fast as fuck.
Yeah, he is speed.
He's so,
Cow.
he's so
I-
fast, I forgot he wasn't here.
And then
You want-
give me an athletics check. Or
You want to
acrobatics,
run
yeah.
to the mountain and back?
Yeah, you
Gotta
got a
be
small
kidding
fish.
me.
You can do it again.
What does he do? So, all right, Anki,
What
add
does he
another
do
small
again?
fish to that. But then you're heading to the inn.
I would
to-
actually, I want to purchase cooking tools from him and
Mhm.
ask him to teach me how to prepare the fish so I can do it myself.
Gotcha.
3 in the morning.
Okay.
Anki, are you about to be our chef on the road?
Yep.
Nice. Give me a So yeah, let me just double check the pricing on this real quick.
Tomorrow. It's like one of the cheaper ones, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. The cooking. It is. Give it a second. All right. Oh yeah. So 1 gold piece.
Oh man,
sell
this
to
is
you at
cheap.
market
Can I
value.
haggle?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Jesus.
So 23.
Doodle. That's wild.
So he'll go. how about this? I'll sell you this cooking, and I'll give you one of my books here on cooking that you can use to get better at cooking as you travel. It might take some time, but over time you'll be able to be pretty decent at this.
Our first skill book this campaign is a cooking book. Nice.
You know, I've known you for quite a while, so I will take that deal.
All right.
A total
Well,
of
I'm
5
taking a
days.
risk on this.
You literally aren't. This is nothing but beneficial for you.
Man, one whole gold piece for this? Oof, you're running me dry, man.
You say that as if he didn't just steal a Hondo from me.
It's like, man, you are a greedy little fellow, aren't you?
Greedy. I'm just really good at saving, and I just walk away. Chink, chink, chink. just making all the gold.
Yeah,
Alright.
clinking as you walk. He's just like, enough to make a grown dragon cry.
Oh, man.
You keep
So I have a
on,
cookbook?
keep on, little guy. You'll get your hoard just yet.
So, cooking utensils. How much do they weigh?
8 pounds.
Okay. 8.
Does it come with the frying pan, the deadliest weapon known to man?
We'll say yeah, sure.
Oh, dude, I need that on my belt.
It can also become your drying pan if it
It'll
starts
block a
raining.
couple things. That's all I'm saying. It'll PUBG it.
Alright, so how much time do I have before they oh, actually I'm a freaking elf, so I might have plenty of time during long rest.
Oh yeah, you're just meditating and like thinking of different recipes. Good shit.
I like to think that Enki meditating for an elf is him just running around a small room.
Yeah, just-
It's meditative exercise. Instead of having too little energy and needing to recoup, he has to burn it off. What's that animal that has to move 15 kilometers a day?
Oh,
Sorry, that's a tangent.
yeah, that's worth looking up though. But
That is interesting.
Not relevant.
anywho's, so the party gets to the city. You have like a little bit of. You actually don't have too much time because he does. You were fishing a decent amount, unless you were fishing a decent amount and then also bought it. So the party arrives. Where do you guys go once you get to the city?
I would presume she's at the inn. Unless she's staying up all night, we could at the very
Go
least
to
ask Gregory.
The Red Brick Inn.
Oh, quickly before I forget, what should I put the cooking thing, like cooking book or?
Oh yes, in the inventory for items, make it is
A Kobold's Guide to Cooking.
Yeah, no, yeah, make it a. It's called Beyond Just the Kelm.
Beyond just
He's got that
the...
prestigious stuff, not that cheap Kobold's Guide to Cooking.
Mm-hmm.
That
Beyond
2
just the
copper,
what?
And the
2
image,
copper pamphlet.
Beyond Just the Kelm, and on the image it's a dragonborn with a ladle in one hand, and blowing fire onto a pot in another, or like using his fingers to guide the flame that he's blowing into a pot.
Alright, how do I spell the last one? The Kelm?
Oh,
K-E-M.
yeah, it's
Kelm?
Nope, that's definitely not it. Yeah, I have no idea how to spell it.
You can
Kelm.
spell it however you want.
Yep, spell it however you want. Just spell it how it sounds.
Alright, so I'm guessing like by the time I'm done with that, the party's here? Or do
Yeah.
I have time to read it?
You can read it during the travels, and it'll be so during short rests. What you can do is we'll make it an int. I was about to make it wisdom, then I remembered what your wisdom is.
Thank you. Thank you.
So So you can make just a flat intelligence roll where you just click where it says intelligence. Whenever you're trying to read through the book. And then once you get a progression to a certain point, and since you have the book with you, you can make that roll with advantage. And then, so the more you practice, the better you'll get, and eventually you'll get to proficiency with it.
Okay. Well, to be honest, my character has low wisdom, so I feel like being a bookworm isn't that horrible of a thing. Just never gonna know what's going on around me.
Exactly.
Just locked in.
And then even as long as you have the book, so even once you get proficiency, if you use the book, you have advantage on cooking rolls. And you might get a little bonus when you get proficiency by using the book. Who knows? Because
We're all
there,
going to be so smart. So
there
many fish
may or may
oils.
not be a feat.
You guys, I'm gonna leave the party, and you guys are just gonna start seeing books. Chef Enki, Gordon
That is
Enki.
fair. I did assume you'd be cooking for all of us, but that might have been an unfair assumption.
I will be cooking for everybody.
Enki Ramsey.
If I get good enough, might have to open up my own restaurant.
I just
Probably
want
the
you to know. So are we like next to each other right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll say
good.
the group meets up in the inn. And you meet up
Good.
seeing Anki reading a newly gifted book.
Great.
You see a big, proud grin spread across Needle's face as he sees his fey friend reading a book studiously.
Yeah, no, for the first, he's reading. But yeah, I just do want to just kind of go, cooking. I've done a little in my past.
You've done
A little
everything,
Lord Trump.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm an expert boat handler. Rode them all my life. I've also ridden on steeds my whole life.
Yeah. But based on my backstory, like Haiki, I do see myself actually just makeshift cooking, like camping and stuff. So I think that makes sense.
Mhm.
I'll make sure to add my recipe in there. Enki extra charred goblin. I did a couple.
Yeah, how'd you know? Man, how'd you know what I ate? That's crazy.
I was going to suggest opening a restaurant and using the goblins as staff, but using them as ingredients is just as good an option, I think.
Too limited.
Well, we do know they have children with them. In a long-term sense, it's an unlimited supply.
God.
Oh, we're the bad guy?
I feel like this is a plot of an anime.
Cooking goblins in another world.
Are we
I
gonna
was
like full
hold
on
on.
like Halo Ungoy them and just fucking food nipple them to breed forever? Like, fuck.
I was
That's
reading the
Halo
chef
lore.
feat. Increase your constitution or wisdom score by 1. I can guarantee you I'm not choosing wisdom. That's already out the window.
I think you can't. Well, yeah, out of game. Out of character.
Yeah, it's
Actually, did you choose the Devil's Deal with the wisdom? Because you can't increase it if you did
Oh,
that.
you can't increase it? Okay, whew. I wasn't going to anyways. Too much of a commitment, too.
It's literally impossible, I believe.
Yep.
There's literally no point.
Yes. But yes. So moving on. So sorry. The party meets.
Proficiency bonus.
You're in the tavern.
Well, cooking aside, Gregory, is Escara in?
No, I believe she's still hard at work. A lot of people are needing to get revived. I think she's over at the basement of the one fella's house which I also, DM, is assuming you guys left him back with the goblins on the way here. Is that a safe assumption?
We would have.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
Unless anybody else wants him to die. Needles is on the fence right now. That persuasion check did pretty well.
I'll be right back.
But so yeah, he is not here, and so they're like, well, I believe she's over in the basement, still reviving some of those, returning some of them stone statues back to how they were. I'm sure she'll get some rest eventually.
Does he notice 23 in the inn, or is 23 outside right now?
That is a good question.
Lord.
Are you guys bringing 23
where-
with you?
Glorb.
Glorb?
Yeah.
Where's the wolfie?
The wolf.
Where's the puppy? Did you bring her, him? I don't know if we know inside.
On the. No.
Okay, so
Okay.
Would it fit inside?
With
Like,
great
that's a small
difficulty.
horse, he said.
So I'm saying, like, would it go in the fucking door? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, it could go in the door, not with you riding it, but like it can still go in.
Norm
I'm
trying to go
I'm
under the
fucking trying to
door.
ride it and I just fucking bang my head.
Damn.
No, it's like, yeah. I was gonna say it's like out there, like basically there, yeah.
Okay, so it just waits outside. It kind of
just
curls
chilling.
up. And it there are some lights at the front of the inn, so it just kind of walks away from the light, and like you see its tail as it starts to curl up just outside the light, and it's not able to be seen.
This does remind me. Maybe I'll walk up to Gregory and just, Gregory, your policy on pets in the inn.
Well, any mess, just clean up after your own messes, and we'll call it at that. If it doesn't cause too much of a mess, and if it does, if you clean it up, not a big deal. If it starts making a mess and you don't clean up after it, we're gonna have a problem.
I don't say shit. I just walk outside and just have fucking the dog come inside.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's an animal.
It's loosely related to wolves. It's undead. You know, it's not.
It's fluffy.
It's nothing harmful.
Well, you know,
Rough
an
friend to you.
old friend of mine was a lich, so I can't really be too prejudiced against undead, so fair enough.
You know a lich?
What?
Well, in the technical speaking, a Draco Lich. A dragon that decided to be a lich.
Do I, as a character,
What?
know how terrifying a Dracolich is?
I think being a character who has studied and heard legends and stuff, I think you'd probably understand a Draco Lich is probably pretty terrifying.
Needles out loud, not in anybody's mind, will whistle. That is, well, that's a mighty creature.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
compared to a dragon, that's a terrifying foe or friend,
Oh, yeah.
depending
Guy
on the
was
circumstances.
decent fella, but absolutely insane towards the end of his life, so
That tends to happen with undead, I've
Yeah.
found.
real shame.
But, Glorb's new friend, I think, will be a different matter.
Yeah. Shame they got him. Anyway.
I'm just gonna be petting the astral fucking wolf.
Yeah, the wolf made of shadow.
I do want to ask Gregory, like, is that Draco Lich still around? Oh, I know you just say he's dead, but did he live around here?
No, they got him.
They?
They?
Yep, they got him.
Who are
Shame.
they?
Anyway, what are you guys here for?
Don't do that to me.
They got him.
Iskara. Yeah, I'm sure if you guys rest or head
They
over.
hit the second watchtower.
Why?
What was that about
Sorry,
a
what was that?
watchtower?
Turn on
did
the
you say-
orb. They hit the second watchtower.
I haven't seen any
They?
towers around here. The Moon Maiden might be affecting your mind.
Who's they?
Yeah.
Come on, Gregory, you gotta tell us who they is now. Yeah,
Ah.
all curious.
Yeah, I prefer not to bring up the past too much. I think I've said too much already. But no matter. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. And
Don't
actually,
suppose you have any-
Hawka, you can make a history check with disadvantage just because memory is not the greatest.
History with
Double nat 20.
disadvantage.
Double nat. That's not a double nat 20.
So with an 11, are you sticking with this roll or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with 11, it's hard to say.
Alright.
But so you do feel like you're a little bit like you're like this feels somewhat familiar, but you can't put a finger on it. Like you feel like you might have heard a legend or something like this that might be related. But
You know, Griffin, it's a bad habit keeping information from hearty adventurers. We might come back at a more powerful state and just force the information right out of you, but dang on it, we'll just have to keep on trucking for the time being.
yeah. That's fair. Well, it's it's just bygone. And actually, make a persuasion roll.
My dumb ass right. I was
Persuasion.
thinking, what's a truck?
No, truck was named after the act of trucking, clearly.
Okay.
Where's persuasion? Not too bad.
He'll be like, well, all right, I suppose I hate to prevent a good story. And hold on.
I take a seat right in front of him.
I will cast Mage Hand and have it writing in my notebook, just dictating what he's saying.
I would
I'm
like
just
to
petting
cook
the
some
wolf, so-
popcorn.
I'm petting the wolf and I'm telling it to listen closely and tell me later.
Yes, I believe it was, which one was it?
Suspense.
Actually, good old Ibafar, if I remember correctly. Good man, solid man. He, there was but a little misguided, unfortunately, and, that's an interesting point. I guess I didn't give him credit. But, back during the grand scale purge, Ibafar was being a high chieftain himself. It was kind of odd that he hadn't killed there's rumors spreading that he hadn't killed a dragon yet, and any chieftain worth their blood was viewed as having killed a dragon at some point. Hence poor Asben before him. So it just kind of worked out that he led an expedition to slay that old Draco Lich madman. Some rumor that's how they found the settlement of Draconia was some of the vessels that were trying to find the island that the Draco Lich was on kind of got a little mixed up. Some say it was fate trying to protect them from the Draco Lich. Others say it was just bad navigation, and they found their ways over to the old settlement.
Would I know anything about the Draco Lich?
You would know about Ibafar, and you do know that Ibafar did tend to go on many voyages, and was known for hunting. And it was kind of like everyone understood he had a great deal of strength, and a large amount of respect for him, despite not having any explicit stories known to the public. Just that the public knew that he was strong because he was High Chieftain before Silas, and then who was High Chieftain before Ignis. So he is the grandfather of Ignis. And the unfortunate thing that he's most known for is having lost most of his mental faculties towards the end of his life, to the point where he could not recognize his eldest son between his youngest son. But you do know that, so yeah, it's like, oh, maybe and you do know that mental decline did kind of start to happen after one of his hunting trips, or one of his voyages. So everyone just assumed that maybe he got injured during the sea, or he just, it happens with age. But hearing this story, maybe it had something to do with the battle with a Draco Lich, which, no small feat to come out of that alive.
Literally, quite large feat.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to double check if I'd know anything since I was
Yeah.
part of the war, so...
Yes, and that's true, because were you part of, like, the hunting of the dragons?
I don't think so. I was for the war, I was mainly a medic, I believe.
Oh, yeah, so you wouldn't have necessarily... Sorry, Hawk would have heard that, not you.
Ha 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 ha. Does this mean Glorb would know anything?
Glorb would not have known this.
Okay.
But Hawk, given that Hawk was from the settlement...
They're wondering what the truck is, Glorb.
And actually, Timmel, you might have some knowledge on this as well. If nothing else, just due to the fact that this is a story that's linked to one of the Draconian High Chieftains, and specifically one of the Red Draconian High Chieftains. Because the Red Draconians do take great pride in the High Chieftains that are from their tribe. Especially since, like, half the High Chieftains are from the Red Dragonborn tribe.
I think I'm... Just for the character, I might have heard something, since one of my memories is, like, befriending a high-ranking military officer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I could have heard something, but like that's just very iffy.
Yeah, and you could have maybe just heard a legend at some point from just your time on the front. Maybe someone cursing a name or praising a name, especially given that Ibafar was viewed as like the person who founded the settlement. Even though he didn't directly found the settlement, it was under his rule that the Draconians started to settle over there. But yeah.
With Ibafar forgetting his children, what do you think the chances are Timmel could be one of his descendants? We could be walking around with royalty.
With that attitude, nah.
Laughable.
Yeah, Timmel, you would know for a fact that it's well documented that he had two kids. It was Silas and Ignis Blackburn.
Ignis.
Given that Ignis is technically Ignis Jr.
Mm.
And Silas isn't your grandpa, Timmel?
No, I don't believe any of them are related to me in any fashion whatsoever.
Tim will make a history check.
Is it racially inconsiderate of me to say such a thing just because he's a red dragon?
Yes.
You are
not
like
even
I am a red dragonborn, so
So
Even Glorb
fair.
makes that
The
distinction.
only
Come
reason
on.
the only reason I brought it up is because Nala seemed to recognize you more than we had let on.
yeah,
because you're red.
with a 9, so you, in related to in general, you have no idea. You're like, no man, there's no way that's just racism. That me being related. However,
It is D&D, so I mean that's par for the course.
but you also do know that probably the reason that Nala recognized you is Nala recognized, like, knew every soldier that she fought with on the battlefield.
You did say that before, I'd forgotten. I think you
Because,
told us
like,
that.
she personally, if she wasn't able to save someone, usually she could revive them even from the dead. If they died on the battlefield and she, like, wasn't able to heal them, she could revive them. But in the off chance that, like, their body was torn to so many pieces that they couldn't get revived, she would personally write a letter to the family.
what a noble soul.
Oh,
Okay, so she kept very good track of everybody that
Yeah.
she fought with because of that reason.
Yeah.
She wanted to be
convince Nala to
respectful.
travel with this? That seems a bit overpowered.
I'll lie and be like, "Yeah, bro, Ignis, that was my grandpa." No.
Silas, yeah, man. The Mad King Silas. He was
Good
that's
old
my
Uncle
grandpa.
Silas.
Mad Uncle Silas.
Yeah,
That feels believable to me.
Mad Unk.
Man,
Chef.
Hmm?
I need to head out. I need to go to bed.
Ah, no worries.
So,
I'm
I'll just say that during the vast majority of the time here, Hawk is going to spend a lot of it pampering Wisp.
sounds good.
Have a great night.
All right, hey,
Good
good
night.
night. Hope to see you next
Night.
session.
Night.
Goodbye.
Night.
Oh, don't forget to give yourself the inspiration.
They already left. Fail.
Ugh. It's alright.
that
Here, I'll
brother,
just add it
that
really
brother
quick.
is sleepy.
No, yeah, he sounded really tired. I get that. That was literally me. Last night, I was like not functioning. I was like,
Yeah,
I
it'd
want
be
to
like
play.
that.
I was like, I want to play video games, and I just like passed out on the couch. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go to bed. And I went.
That's what happens. That's what
I feel that
happens.
one. Yeah, I feel that one for
I was-
sure.
I was like, nah, because especially too, like I usually am pretty decent, but like I could feel that I was like getting real cranky at work, and I'm like, this is not a job that I should be cranky at. I need to get some sleep. But all right, let me pull up his character sheet so I can. Okay, but anyway, with that, what is the party up to?
I mean, there would definitely be no unspoken thing we didn't speak about, right, Chef? Like, I wouldn't actually be related to these people or in
Well,
any sort of fashion. Right?
with a 9, no.
With
Zero
a
chance.
9? Okay. Okay.
With the
But it-
DNA
you know,
test from
Never know. Royalty
23andMe.
likes royalty likes to sleep around.
If
And
you
actually,
had
you know
a
what?
10 in
Needles
history,
has a point.
maybe.
Disadvantage. Just while we're here. Where's the history?
Can I roll if I'm related? Lol.
Am I related to the Fairy King? I'd never considered it.
No,
Maybe
me,
I
I
could
get a
be.
fucking 20.
And where's that
Glory
DM
my
inspiration?
cousin.
DM inspiration, DM inspiration.
Maybe I'm related to the Fairy King.
Oh,
Who
it's
knows?
max. Alright.
He did give me gifts.
Yeah, well, the 4, yeah, Hawkeye's just like, alright. Now,
I
where
think we've
were
established that all red dragonborn are related, and they look the same. Moving on.
Wow, Needles, come on now.
racism
Wow,
wins.
I didn't know
Needles flies out of the building.
racist.
Needles going to meet Nala.
You know, Needles is completely right. Let's go see Nala.
Yeah, I'll walk out. I'll look back at Gregory and be like, I'll be back. I have more questions.
Hey, now
Alright.
that we found out I'm related to Ignis, where's my riches?
And he'll just kind of look at it. He's like, I don't think you're related to Ignis. I'm
Maybe
s-
you rolled a 10, you would have been.
You
Yeah.
should not encourage this level of racism.
You should, Timmel.
to Enki. To Enki before everybody else. Before everybody else arrives to Enki, I'll say, now that I'm thinking about it, Gregory is a green dragon. Maybe him and Haka are related too. Really, I hadn't thought about it.
Come on, Needles. That was obvious. Come on.
I'm slow on the uptake on these sorts of social things.
What do you think
You'll
he's been
have
so
to-
nice to us? They have to be
That's
related.
a good point. You did
That
try to
one-
steal from him.
And that one
It's been so
doesn't
nice.
hear
And he
this.
was like, "Oh, you have my great aunt or something, or sorry, aunt, great niece."
To be
I
fair, I
guess I'll let
wasn't
it
very
slide.
familiar with my dad. The Fairy King. We do look kind of similar.
Me neither. I don't know.
We
my
could
trick.
be cousins.
We could be. I mean, we're both Fae. We look. But we're both Fae.
I mean, the hair, the
Are you
eyes.
those cousins?
With us taking 3 hours, isn't it basically nighttime?
Oh,
Oh, it's
it's
way night.
it is way
Yeah,
late.
it's like-
It is
It's what, 4:30
It's like
now?
4 in the morning. Yeah.
That's why we went to the inn first, because we thought she would be sleeping, but he said
Mm.
that she's still working,
Oh.
which is why we're heading over to the house, because she's still awake.
Would I be able to just? I'm gonna. No, I was gonna see if I would take a long rest there, but since we're probably gonna long rest after meeting with her.
If we survive.
And
Yeah, right.
as you approach the house,
We might not survive if you go full dragon racist.
You know, I knew
Hey.
a silver dragonborn once. His name was Andrew. Do you know Andrew? You all know each other, right?
so as you approach the house, you do notice the temperature seems to drop as you approach the house.
I'm sorry, but just imagining that just the fails are like those racist but accidentally racist creatures. They look the same to us.
And so you by like the underneath the door, there does seem to be a bit of frost.
Well, I'm literally covered in frostbite, but this seems like a good idea, and I will mage hand the door open.
All right. And as you open it, there is a blast of air rushing past you as the warm air from outside comes rushing into where the cold is inside the house. And you hear pretty loud just all right, come on. You got one more. You got one more in you. Come on.
Hey,
And
What on
almost
earth
like
is she doing with those statues?
at the
Anki?
sound of like and midway through the yelling, it almost sounds more like a roar and a growl than actual speech.
Well, it sounds like she's done at least.
And
I think we're interrupting something.
No, that's never mind. Never mind.
And do you guys head to the basement or do you just stay up there?
I don't know if I want to go down there, man.
Avalon,
I will.
spare our eyes and send your mech down there.
uh, actually, yeah, me and Tara will go inside.
All right.
I will tuck on behind Tara's head.
Tara will like kind of like make the blanket out of some of his capes to keep you warm.
Tara's going to take the lead first.
Yeah, and Tara
Wow.
quietly nods. And as you guys go into the basement, make a quick perception check.
Perception.
Nice. -1.
Got you.
Good rolls.
Don't worry, I got this. My perception is insane.
So,
Damn.
I mean, my
Yours is
perception's
insane.
insane.
yeah, Severance.
Mine's pretty good.
Oh, and
Yo,
Timmel.
boy.
So, yeah, you guys, Timmel and Severance. So, Severance, you catch a glimpse of, it seems like her hand, for a brief moment, was like larger than it normally was. Whereas Timmel, you're able to catch it because you even see it in the shadows of the room as you walk in. She was partially dragon, not like dragon-born dragon, but like arm was briefly the size of, like she's reverting from a dragon form into her current form as you
talking
guys
about
are
Nala?
coming down. But like only
Yeah.
half of her was in that
Yeah.
form, as the other half seems to be a hand outstretched on
transforming
the
back.
statue.
Dude, I don't know what to do with this info. Hey
And,
guys, I think I just seen her turn from a dragon. I'll put
and
that there, bud.
let me just do a quick roll.
Uh-oh.
Needle's eyelids are frozen shut. Sorry, what? What, did you say something?
And a person who was in stone and seems to be the last stone person in the room goes, all right.
I feel like I wonder if they're related.
And the person's like, all right, get out of here. I'm gonna take a nap. And the person's like, thank you. And she's like, oh shit, really. And she looks and she's like, oh, okay, cool. She does look like a human at the moment. And she's like, oh, cool. And it's like, are you okay? Yeah. Get up here. Go. Goodbye. Yeah, you're welcome for being saved. Get.
Shoo!
The person just is like, oh, thank you so much. It is 4 a.m. Leave. The way you can thank me is let me sleep. And so the person heads out, and she's like, then like the person sees you guys, and it's like, hi, I'm just gonna.
We're here for the woman who saved you.
Okay, like in a
You're
good
not
way,
confused, right? No, it's been 34 years. I'm sorry to tell you this.
What?
Your family, they're dead. All of them.
Make a persuasion roll.
Needles, don't do that.
Let's see persuasion.
I gave Severance advantage, right?
Beautiful.
All right, dirty 20. She's just like, okay, I should go mourn them, huh? Okay.
Wait! I stop her. You paid the depetrification fee, right?
No, she said she did it out of the kindness of her heart. I'm sorry. I gotta go bury my family, I guess, or find their tombstones.
Damn it!
Well, thank you
They
guys for this knowledge, I guess.
I told the ghost. Yeah.
You know what? You know what? Give the fee.
Doing an intimidation roll?
This poor woman.
Fuck. Wait.
A nat 1 and a nat 20.
And she just kind of looks at you, and it's just like, well, I guess you could ask her for the payment. I'm gonna go.
I do want to say real quick. Well, you should actually pay us because they died short, like really soon, like recently. We actually revived them, and they should be in your home still. So you should pay us for reviving your family.
Yeah, and you might as well throw in something because we're actually the one who hired her.
Everyone, I'm usually not the nice guy, but Escara is giving us a weird look right now. Your family's fine. It was a joke in poor taste. You might have been petrified for a few days, weeks, and/or months. They should be fine.
Yeah,
Glorb
your family's
doesn't
fine.
joke.
But
And
the fee
Ascara
is-
will like look back at you guys and just be like, yeah, I mean the fee thing's fake, but honestly, I don't know how long you were petrified, so you might want to look into that family thing.
I waved at Scar and like, hi. Sorry for interrupting.
And the person's like, oh, okay. And she's like, look, just sleep it off. Before you do anything, just go to sleep. You've been through a lot. And she's like,
Have a
okay.
nice
night.
And she heads off. And Ascara's like, man, you guys are psycho. Anyway, what do you want?
This is not a great thing.
I mean, look at us. We're barely alive.
No, look, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just... Anyway, go on.
To be
Ouch,
fair,
my
you
rib.
did unpetrify her without any explanation of the circumstances and sent her off. I feel like we're all in the same boat. It's
Yeah.
been a long day.
Yeah, no, I told you. I wasn't judging.
I am.
She's like, and hey, that's fair. That's your right. But I'm not gonna do that.
One problem, though. This is a bit embarrassing. As you can see, we're not in the best state. We didn't exactly have the leeway to keep our enemy alive.
Ah. Shame.
And I hand her the severed arm.
I'd like to add in that, yeah, if we were to worry about trying to keep him alive, we would have all died.
Make
Distinctly.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, because this isn't technically lying.
The old torch trick didn't work.
Am I?
Yeah,
I guess.
it can count.
Was
with
I giving advantage? Was I rolling?
We can say it's advantage.
Okay.
So that's just a
it-
nat 20.
So
then.
nat 20. So she'll just look and she'll be like, and kind of look at you guys, because it could be advantage with given the fact that half of you are on death's door as you're saying this.
Yeah, that does make sense.
So she'll and exhausted, and so she's like, "Shit, man. That, hey, good on you for giving it a try. At least you got the bastard, right? Yeah. Would have been nice to
We did
ask him
make a
some
friend.
questions, but
Glorb? I said we did make a friend, Glorb.
Oh, doggy. Look, doggy.
And she kind of looks and goes, "Huh? Didn't realize those things could get tamed."
It was a complicated process. Glorb is very good with animals,
Huh.
Mhm.
but they
I hit
did
it with
sort
a
of
torch
tear
and
him
it loved
apart.
me. I hit it with a torch and it loved me.
Ah. You know, you orcs always are pretty good with animals, aren't you?
Can I start ritual casting speak with animal?
Sure.
You're gonna talk to the fucking thing. All right, bet.
Remember what happened last time?
As she's in like, right, payment. Okay, obviously not alive, not gonna give you a live payment.
I mean, here's his arm. And I
Right.
hand her the arm.
Very much, and she looks at it and she's like, yeah, no, very much dead.
Yeah, you can probably see some of his viscera in our new puppy friend's teeth. We befriended them, but they didn't really understand the command halt. They kind of just eviscerated the rest of him.
Oh, yeah, no, fair. I've seen some of their handiwork. They usually don't leave too much left.
We were
Looks
lucky to
like
get
my
this much.
lie wasn't that out of pocket.
Sorry.
She'll just kind of
I don't.
it's just be like,
What? I was talking to the animal.
If only you were there to lend us a hand.
he's
She
like,
was
Yeah.
busy. We all
I
had
was
a
too
long
busy
day.
fishing.
it's,
Do you want to see the fish I caught? I'd like to show her.
she's like, sure, let's take a look at the fish you caught. Do you show her the big, the medium, or the small?
The two bigs.
She's like, yeah, man, that's pretty impressive catch. A little unrelated, but yeah, that's real nice. And then turns back to the rest of the group. Anyway, so your payment.
Yes. So I know, like, since he's not alive, we didn't bring him. Probably gonna be like half.
Yeah, so 5 stars each, or the gold equivalent. Because I think I
What's
offered
the
you
star?
10, right? Sorry, it's been a long day.
What? No, you
It
offered
was
us 20. You don't
15.
remember?
It was 15.
It was 20.
15 each. She'll kind of like look at Enki and be like, it's starting to sound a lot more like 10 each.
20.
It's 15.
No, it was 15.
And he's like, all right, I trust that one. She points
in
to
Enki's mind.
Severance.
In Enki's mind, sorry, I wasn't quick enough on the uptake. I might have spoiled your lie.
And she's just like, right, anyway, so, all right.
I would like to ask, since it was 15 each, and
Mhm.
it's a very odd number, are we doing 8 or are we going on the low end of 7 each for half?
I'll probably go 7, because, I mean, he's dead, which is great, I guess. One less menace, but I would have loved to ask some questions to him first.
It was your request. We can understand. I mean, even 5 would be generous, but
Yeah.
we'll
No.
accept what you can offer.
It looks like you guys went through a rough one. I'd hate to. I already feel bad shortchanging you. I feel like you should get some reward for what you clearly went through. As she motions you guys as beaten and bruised.
Well, I thank you for still giving us half.
No, of course. Although admittedly, and just kind of like pats her armor. It's like I don't know if I have that many stars on me to share. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I think
6,
the
7.
gold might be more useful to us in the short term. Anyway,
I'll hold on to it.
You did
Oh.
also say if you went to academia, you'll be there with the other half.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
But I got the gold on me. If you want to just take the value in gold, I could just do that.
Perhaps we should clarify
Mhm.
exactly what the stars, what benefit we would get as if we're not going to Star City immediately.
Mhm.
Would we have a benefit to having the stars?
Well, people do say that stars are a little bit more reliable per se. They're not as liquid as gold is right now. The value of stars is kind of slowly going up. It does have a dip here and there, but last I checked, it was on the rise.
I forgot that there were stocks.
So
Bitcoin.
if you buy it now, I feel like it's only going to go up in price. But
Right, going to the moon. Don't
uh,
sell.
maybe.
Hold.
Not sure
Hodl,
about that.
hodl.
You actually might.
Everyone knows you buy the dip.
Well, if I would say we should get the stars
Now you're
because
gonna use it for
I
a while.
feel the more stars we have by the time we reach Star City, the better.
Does it give
True,
us
we can also
social
just kind of
status?
buy
Yeah.
it.
So
I'd
if we
say-
did walk into Star City with 50 stars each after taking on 30 bounties, we would be pretty impressive to the locals.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What if instead we just give have one person have all the stars, so they're just like a legend?
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
Eggs
not
in one
doing that.
basket, I feel like there's a saying about that.
Okay, we put him in 2 baskets then. We let
Fair
2
point.
people.
I like the way you think.
I do feel like we should each have our own stars to begin with, and then we can then start piling stars onto 2 or 3 people. Because I do remember someone saying that I think the mayor said that you have to have stars to enter Star City.
Mhm.
At least
Yeah, each
one.
person needs a star for Star City.
I'm saying this because, someone in my profession shouldn't really be, bloating about how famous they are. I
Yes,
can
a
only
cook.
build up notoriety.
Mm.
Cook should never have notoriety. Good point.
Exactly, like Gordon Ramsay,
So that means you don't need your stars, right?
That means I need at least one, and I will hold everyone else's stars for them. To keep them safe.
No.
No.
Just
Alright, alright.
clarify for us, Nala. Could you simplify?
Mhm.
Is it worthwhile for laymen like us to take the stars? Would we be
Hey.
able to transition them to money if we needed to make a large purchase? Would they act as credit in that sense? That's really the most important question.
Yeah, it sounds like you're needing your assets to be a bit more liquid at the moment, so you might want to go for the gold payment.
Well, we're just seeing to make sure trying to see how easy it is to liquidate our assets if we
You
want to take
only
them.
can do it in Star City, really. Unless you can find someone in the area who's outside of Star City who needs to purchase. So that's true, you could potentially try to sell it. Now, mind you, off-market sales of stars is technically illegal. It has to be done through the market.
But giving is a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Considering you're doing
giving is payment due to a reward of a quest.
Yeah, so if we
So-
gave someone stars and they just happened to, in a near time period, give us money, that's just
Right.
coincidence.
That's how most
It's
people
a-
get
it's a
around that.
favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
It-
put up a quest. Hey, give us 100 gold, and if they do, we give them the stars equal to 100 gold.
No,
Right.
no, that's outright banned.
I like the way you think.
Genius.
That's too blatant with it. That's like I'm sorry if I saw you
Okay,
doing
okay,
that, I
okay.
would have to arrest you.
Okay, I
100.
Give us 100 gold worth of items that are easily liquidatable, and then we give them the stars worth the items.
No, Enki. 100 gold, a high five.
Glorf, I didn't think of it.
Wow, yeah, you guys took a lot of blows to the head, huh?
Some more than others, but yes, we're all a bit frostbitten and
No, it's more
Well-
of the traumatic experience that I got here. But
Oh,
Enki
fair
was mauled by the wolves before we managed to. As you said, they're not exactly the most friendly creatures at all times. It took a
Yeah.
bit of effort to win them over.
Yeah, that's sounds about right. Sounds about right. So
Would just a question. let's say some of us wanted stars, but others wanted the money, then would we be able to have different rewards for our party members?
Yeah, I guess technically. Yeah, if you want that, it does make things a little. Okay, so yeah, you know what? Sure, yeah. Is there anyone who wants payment in stars instead of, or gold instead of stars?
Uh,
I
Glorb
need
wants
liquid assets.
stars. Glorb wants stars.
All right.
Give
I
to
will-
Inky.
Oh,
All right.
or
Yeah,
So
just give my
stars
stars
go
to
over by
Inky.
Glorb, gold go over by I don't know, on the right side here.
oh, all right.
Stars by Glorb.
There, it looks like Needles is gold.
I'm just saying, if we need to purchase a carriage of some kind, any realty, any magical items,
Don't
It's
we
already-
all have about 200 gold each?
I think you're underestimating the
Oh.
price of genuinely valuable goods. Have you tried to buy magical components or magical items? We're talking about thousands, not a couple hundred, but
I know.
feel free
Have you tried
to
to
take
buy
your
cooking
stars.
utensils? I was robbed.
Okay.
Michael. Glorb future proofing.
Like if half of us have stars and half of us gold,
I feel like this would be like Bartholomew taking over. He has his top hat
It's
on
just
and it's like,
happening. Yeah, no.
oh, you
It's happening,
peasants
trust me.
with your
thought it was a bowler
measly
hat.
gold. I'm making an investment for
It
the
was a bowler hat, yeah.
future.
'Cause he was supposed to be like kind of like a mafia looking dude, right? Because it was Joe Fixit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Also, I like how you're actually starting to fucking catch on.
Yeah. And so, okay, is this correct in terms of... So, Timmel
There you
and
go. I didn't get to
Enki...
change the name yet. I was about to.
Nice. So we have Timmel and Enki for gold. Winch, what are you doing?
I don't trust anything that I can't sell
Oh.
right away.
I wasn't able to hear that. Sorry, Winch. Kitty?
He did say his internet was going in and out because of the storm.
yeah, because of Virgil.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Did
Yeah.
they
He's
name a
under
storm
attack by
Virgil?
Yeah, I think he is speaking.
I am the storm
Oh,
that is approaching.
But they
Winch,
named the storm.
try
I think
just...
he's here.
Oh, perfect. Just move your character if you can, just by whatever side they're voting for, or whatever
Yeah,
side
by
you're wanting the payment.
Like over here by the cool side where I am, or by the
Yeah,
other side?
This is payment in gold. Over here where we are is payment in stars.
Mhm.
Which is like stocks. That'll get you into the capital.
Yeah, which will crash later.
Yep.
No, it's going up. It's going to the moon.
Anyone?
No, but
Anyone-
We gotta go with the
Yeah,
Gamba
exactly.
side.
But that's why I'm giving my
Oh.
stars. I'm giving them to Inky, so I don't have to worry about all this.
The main thing with the stars is that they're not liquid assets, meaning you won't be able to translate them to purchases easily.
Yeah. I'm just getting them because I figure at least one of us needs to have them just
Yeah,
for future.
that's all. I was
Well, I'll
thinking.
have fun summoning creatures from other dimensions while you're all sitting on your pile of stars.
A thief doesn't take something they can't sell easily. There's just no
And that's why I'm
point.
giving them to Inky because he's not gonna fucking use them.
Dash.
All right. So, and she's like, all right, got it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. All right.
I whisper in Avalon's head, try to pass Terra off as a member of the group.
All right.
You can double up.
Can Terra have some stars? 'Cause he was also part of the group and helped us in the battle.
And she'll like pause for a second. Is like, oh shit, sorry. I thought he was like, oh god, yeah, sorry. This whole robot race thing is hard for me to get a grasp
Did you
on.
just assume their gender?
It's okay. It's okay. You're also
worth-
tired.
That's
Yeah.
worth at least 2 more stars.
It is 4 a.m. We're all tired. It's understandable.
Yeah.
I think you should apologize with another star for Terra.
Terra, I'll get this Warforged his due payment. Sorry,
But-
I keep because I know some people have like little machine partners that are just like mindless machines. But then of course there's clearly machines that are actual people. I guess I don't know. It's weird. That Savori guy really did make things weird.
I can assure you that they've beaten me up on their own.
Yes, Terra has beaten up Ankilock.
But
It's a real person.
And I can assure you, Warforged definitely are people.
and she's like, right, no, I get it. Sorry, I don't know too much about it. It's such a new thing.
They're just all related.
Apparently they're like even people who look like, flesh creatures are actually secretly Warforged. Like, it's weird. Like, any one of you technically could be one, right? Like, it's I don't know. I try not to think about it. It's too much for me.
Yeah, it really, Dr. Savori really made things confusing. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
hey, at least it wasn't like, because here for a while I was like, oh, it's at least it's just a burn issue to deal with. But then it turns out even a lot of Draconians were actually, and it's like, how do you get Draconians? That's wild. Like, oh
It is
god,
weird.
like what if he got a hold of? And then she like shakes it off. She's like, anyway, sorry, side tangent.
That seems important, I say to everybody but her. Let's keep that in mind for the future. Anybody could be
Yeah.
Warforged.
Too bad we only
I
have
write it
a
down in
squid
my notebook.
person. Not that many Warforged.
Bartholomew has proposition.
Yes.
Well, Wolfie is a valued member
No,
of the group.
I'm
and
not.
help-
I'm not paying her dog.
But he helped us. He's the one who got the arm.
I know, but and
Yes,
she just
but he was
points.
also attacking us in the beginning, so I'm actually against the dog getting
And
any
also,
kind of reward.
I'm sorry that doesn't. And also, pets don't need to make payment to get into Star City.
You can get in
A
free. Let's go.
pet? What? That is not a pet. That is a partner you are looking at.
All right, transform into a humanoid right now and have a conversation with me, and I'll consider paying you. As
I
she
will
looks at the
silent
wolf.
image to try to make it seem like that's happening.
All right.
A minor illusion to help him out. With whatever
Make
I
the noise.
can. Noise, yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Do I make some sort of check to try to pass it off as real, or is it just obviously an illusion? Because I'm fine if it's just so obvious that it's impossible
Is
to pass
my
off.
speak with the animal done by now?
Yeah, because I probably elf.
I completely forgot about it, to be honest.
She looks at the image and she's like, "Look, guys, I'm already giving you a decent amount. Let's not push this here."
What if he
Bartholomew,
said so?
I agree. We don't need that extra payment. We can just
Bartholomew was joking.
And she's like, "All right, I."
Glorb isn't.
She's like,
That's true. That is
I
true.
do want to hopefully get this payment situation sorted out so we can finally get some rest.
yes.
We apologize, Nala. It's just in our Fey blood. A few tricks here and there. It's nothing harmful.
No,
We try to be pleasant with
no,
it.
that's fair. That's fair. And I know you don't mean any harm by it. It's just.
No
It's hereditary.
harm
I
at
can't help
all.
it.
It's 4 in.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. I've been, hate to admit it, but I think I've been overextending myself. But you know what? I just had to get the work done. It's.
It's like hating an elf for liking trees.
I feel like that's racist.
Mm.
What? I am an elf.
And she looks closer. Oh, why are you blue?
I'm more green than anything. Thank you very
Oh.
much.
Must be the lighting. Why are you green?
Close friends of the Fairy King get some
but-
delightful colors.
I get
But
study
splashed into
green
their
for
life.
every.
Bartholomew's green.
Well, of course, Bartholomew's green. He's an orc.
He's act and Enki is actually this new subspecies of elf called the green elf. They
My
very
cousin.
very rare. You probably won't see many of them because they're hiding away. But it's a new subspecies called green elf.
Pardon my uneducated
Cousin
friends.
Enki.
As much as Enki seems like a goblin, he is an Eladrin. It is a more sylvan relative of the elf. It is a type of elf.
I'm appalled by their ignorance.
It's complicated. It is quite
What,
appalling,
are they gonna
but
say
we
we
can
look the same
forgive
next?
our benefactors. We can forgive our benefactors for being racially ignorant.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't really go to the thicket. I imagine that's. Are you from the thicket?
I'm going to side eye Needles when he says racially ignorant.
Next thing you know, you might be calling me a pixie. That would be deeply offensive. I'm clearly a fairy. Completely different.
Yeah, and she
I
like
know, I
kind of
don't
looks at
even
you
look.
for a second. She's like,
Next thing we know, someone in our party could say all dragons look the same.
That would be preposterous. Dragons
What
look
if
completely
one-
different. Certain
I'm
related
appalled
species.
by the very thought of that.
Oh,
Oh, my bad.
Very.
It could have been someone saying, dragonborns are all related.
she's
I
like,
look now like.
That definitely
Nala,
didn't happen.
did you ever know an
earlier.
Andrew?
Oh
No.
Warforged. What if
Sorry,
we're all
must have been a-
Warforged?
No, you can see we're all tired.
and she's like, yeah. You know what? Here, give me a second.
I'd like to think we're just all delirious and just talking over each other due to delirium.
and she
Don't worry,
just,
Andrew
no,
gave me the pass.
I like to think
No.
I like to think we're all speaking gibberish and like we're not even forming coherent sentences and she's just trying to interpret it.
yeah, she's just like, and she's like,
freaking fast.
anyway, here you go. And she gives, so those who are on this side include, so Avalon, you'll give yourself 30 stars.
Let's go.
No, it's 14
Or-
because it's halved.
It's because it's
7 each,
half,
right?
7. Yeah, no, because she's giving 7. I was doing the math wrong in my head. Now I'm going delirious. All this. it's
It's working.
It's spreading.
No, it's totally working.
It's
Yeah,
spreading.
I think that was the right amount, Nala.
Yeah, so. So
To be
anyway,
fair, it's kind of. I feel like it's kind of canon.
yeah, she's like, yeah, she initially puts, and she's like, wait a fucking minute. And then, like,
I'm like, no, I think this is the wrong amount.
yeah, she's like, give me that. And she's like,
There
thank
you
you. Takes it back. She's like, 1, 2, 3, fuck, 1, 2, fuck, shit, 1, 2, there we go.
Like, I go, no, like, do you need help? Like,
She's like, no, I got this.
You want me to pass it down
No.
around to everyone?
You stay away, little gremlin.
Stuff like that. I can help you if you need to.
I can do this. It's fine. And like as she like says no, like a fang kind of like her mouth slightly enlarges and then shrinks back.
Is it
Genterico
because,
over
is
and
it because I'm
pat
an
her head
elf?
to calm her down.
And she's
He
like,
is
"Fine."
my PTSD robot.
Yeah, he just like
calm her
walks
down.
over and just gives her a hug.
Emotional support robot goes
Yep.
crazy.
And she's just like, oh, that actually is surprisingly nice.
She yelled at me.
And she's like, all right, here you go, little guy. This should dry up those tears.
Just
As
immediately start. Thank you.
she gives you
14 stars.
1,400 gold.
Oh my god.
And then gives that to the rest of the group who is getting gold instead of
Oh my god.
Sorry, it's 100 per star is what you've told us. Like,
the
out of
price
character, the
has
correct number.
she initially said it was 100 per but the price has gone up on the stars.
That's a lot.
I guess I better get to it. I start biting on the coins to make sure they're real.
And she gives you will note that she gives you the payment. So for the sake of convenience, I'm saying it's 200 per, like the gold, but she actually gives you the payment in silver.
And silver.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, man.
That's a lot. That's 10 times the amount.
Yes.
We're gonna need to convert this. I was already going to ask somebody
like to-
because
And she'll be like, "Oh, sorry about that," and then she'll take it back.
Handing the
and then
silver over to
instead-
you, do they take suffocation damage?
Yeah, just buried. And she's
I
like,
do want to reiterate, my stars are given to Enki.
"Yeah, oh, that's funny."
just so they remember.
And she'll
How
be like,
many
"Oh,
stars is this?
sorry,
I can
this will
write
be
it down.
easier."
14.
And she just gives
14.
each of you 1 platinum, and then 800 silver.
The platinum is
Sorry,
PP,
what?
right?
No, EP is different. It's just a P.
it says PP. It's platinum.
Yeah, PP is
I
platinum.
don't know.
Platinum.
I don't know why it
piece.
says PP.
Platinum
Yes.
piece.
And you said
Oh, platinum
800
piece.
silver pieces.
Wait, how does this add up?
Because a platinum is
10 gold.
It's
Yeah,
1 platinum is 1,000 gold.
it's 10 in typical D&D, but
In
if
typical.
you're rolling it differently,
No, you're so right. So she gives 10. Now I'm
10
just.
platinum?
This is just Alexander's just starting to brain fry.
She puts 1 gold. What? This is anywhere near.
Okay. So
I've been.
you said
Man,
it's-
we're such good swindlers.
it's infecting.
Actually, I
said
prefer to
8.
be called economic trading. You know.
But yeah,
So is
so,
that 10 platinum, 800 silver?
yeah.
yeah.
oh, so
Okay.
you said 1,400 gold, which translates to 140 platinum.
No, because each platinum is 100 in this world.
In this
Nice.
world, it's 100.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 14 platinum, or like you said,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
I could just make life so much easier by just making it 14 platinum.
Okay, 14 platinum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So only me and Timol just got that much gold. It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
and needles.
Oh wait, no. Oh, I didn't realize how small your freaking team was.
So
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
size accurate.
Wait,
now.
how'd you cut the background off?
Yeah, I
with
had
some
mine like that too, but I don't want to do it
background
right now because
Yeah.
Magic.
Magic.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
How
you
much-
notice Enki starts glowing.
are stars like a separate
There we go.
currency?
Wait here. Bartholomew has it
Will
as
we?
well.
there we go.
There you go.
Swapped out the tokens for me.
Yeah. Oh shoot. All right. So anyway, so yes. So those who are on the right, you get the 14 plat, and those on the left get the 7 stars.
Alright. We said
So
7
the-
stars each? Okay.
Mhm.
So 7 stars for Glorb.
Yeah.
I'll write it down. Glorb star.
Yeah, because I'm giving them the fucking Enki.
Yeah.
Glorb.
Do stars have a weight? Or no?
Not much. It's not worth adding, but if you want, it's like
Okay.
0.001. It's
How
similar
big
to
are
how
the
I don't
stars?
put weight to gold. I'm not gonna put weight to stars.
I think
So
it's
just
edited.
Stars in my thing and put 7.
Yeah.
How big are the stars? Are they like kind of like a coin size, or are they like kind of like a sheriff emblem? You know.
No, like closer to like coin size. Specifically, have any of you seen Duel Monsters?
Yes.
That size.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, that makes
Cool.
sense.
Mm.
Wow.
it's like the fucking things that they put in their fucking
Mm-hmm.
gloves.
Yeah.
Got you.
What are they made out of? Can I roll like? inspect?
Yeah, they seem to be like a metal. Metal. But you can roll if you want. It's I guess. Shoot, what would the roll be to try to identify what this is made out of?
Oh, sleight of hand. Maybe.
No.
I think I could do it pretty well too, because I do have proficiency and I do have Smith's tools, so I think I
Yeah,
should be
so
able
just
to
use a
pretty
Smith
good,
tool
too.
roll. You can use
If
wisdom.
I use the Smith tools, do I lose them?
No.
They're
Okay.
tools.
Typically, it's only lockpicks that you have a chance to lose.
Mm-hmm.
If you fail the roll bad enough, they might break. Most other tools stay permanently.
It's some kind of mix of gold mixed with some kind of other metals. Like it's not pure. It's got a couple of mix of some other things.
I did roll it with my wisdom.
But they also, you know, it does. Oh, wisdom. What is this using? Is this using?
I could choose an attribute, and I sure as hell wasn't picking strength.
No. I was gonna say to use wisdom, and I don't know why it's. Oh, but you just rolled low. That's why. I'm like, why is it this low?
Yeah.
Then? You just rolled bad.
Yeah.
But it's metal. It does seem to be, it has some kind of magical property, but mainly just kind of like, there might be a slight bit of adamantium maybe in here or something.
Needles. We
Did
duplicate
the-
these.
The left
Or
side get 800
alternatively,
silver
we
pieces?
collect enough and get whatever metal's in here. Because I'm sure it's powerful, right? You know?
And
These things are worth hundreds of gold each. And we make armor out of it.
also really quick, sorry, what was that, Avalon?
Did the left side also get 800 silver pieces or no?
No. I DM False Chef was just tired and forgot the math. So it's just
Okay.
14 platinum for the sake of simplicity.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah, on the left, you just got the stars though.
The stars. Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely should have DM inspiration, but oh well.
Ah, yeah, it happens.
I just wanted to double check.
But with that, ooh, sorry. All right. Now what? So she's given the payment, and she was like, "All right, guys. I know that I need to go to sleep. But do you guys need anything else at the moment?"
Yes, sleep as well. So I will be taking my leave. Thank you for the
I
payment.
do have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the money.
Yeah.
And
more
with
than
that,
break,
I'm heading back to a tavern.
Can you break 14 platinum?
She kind of looks at you. No.
Oh.
Unless you want it broken into silver.
Alright, I guess I'll head a bit too.
And she's like, "All right, goodbye."
I like to imagine that we're still you were still asking questions at after exiting the front door.
Yeah, as she's
Still
walking you out.
dragging out the conversation, and when she says no, she just slams the door in your
Yeah.
face.
And then
No,
she
she's
pauses, then just opens it again. It's like, "I don't live here." And she's like, "Wait a minute, this isn't my house." And Jin
Oh.
follows you guys to
gonna say.
the inn.
I wasn't going
stay
to
at
the
the house.
I'm in the house. Yeah.
Yeah, I was staying at the house.
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna go to the inn.
going to the inn as well, because we still have those rooms, right?
Yeah, as you go, he's like, "Oh yeah, come on in. Always welcome."
We still have an open tab, or closed tab actually, a prepaid tab, didn't we?
Yep, in appreciation for what you did with helping out with them goblins, I figure the least I can do is offer you some room and board to an extent.
You can offer me a discount with the cooking utensils? I'm just kidding.
You know,
I'm just kidding. I didn't
I
say
appreciate the thought. I appreciate, get that bag, little guy, but no, I ain't gonna do that. I respect your entrepreneurship, but I cannot reciprocate.
Do you mind if I practice cooking in the kitchen later?
No, by all means. I'll be happy to help you out.
I'm gonna head up to the room.
All right.
I would like to say, literally every enemy we've claimed credit for dealing with is still alive.
Yeah.
The goblins, John Williams, and Gryffindor.
That's what I said. We're so good at swindling. That's what I meant.
We have dealt with at least most of the issues, but they're not actually dead.
You're just going pacifist route.
Listen, my character tries not to kill people, you know?
So true, so true. Why do we have
Just
to
rob
be
'em blind.
violent
That's
when
all we gotta
peace
do, you know?
works?
Maybe we aren't the bad guys.
Listen, we leave killing to the assassins. We're just thieves. I mean, permanent borrowers.
Cooks. We're a band of cooks. Traveling band of cooks. Oh, you're not here in the. That was happening in our imaginations.
Oh god, I need to make
Just
a
like the
mental
whole game.
note. I think that's gonna be the episode title. We're a band of cooks.
Like,
gonna
are we the
sound
bad
like-
guys
like a-
again?
It's gonna sound more like we're cooking drugs or something then.
That's what I was thinking when he said that too. I'm like,
Jesse.
fucking bad.
We're gonna start a slate stone business. We got that good
Right.
stuff.
we grind up slate stone, make you feel like you remember something.
Remember?
Well, you know that a lot of people were when they were taking it, getting like seeing vivid images and such. So, strong
wanna wake up again,
hallucinogen
eh?
is what people view it as.
Hey kid, you wanna wake up again? This stuff will make you feel like you've been standing your whole life and you just sat down. Come on, give it a try.
It's like,
Next episode, Enki becomes a meth dealer.
Yes, look at candy pencils and everything.
oh. And is there anything anyone else wants to do as
Keep
they
selling that rock.
head to their long
Oh.
rest?
I did forget to say I wanted to ask Nala if we could keep the arm so we could show it to the mayor, so we
Oh.
could collect that bounty as well.
Yeah.
That's genius.
And she's like,
Needles.
"Oh yeah, no, I just need to prove she is dead. By all means, go for it." And
Needles, am I allergic to money? Why didn't I think of that?
Now the mayor promised the stars and or a gold reward as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 10
Alright.
stores total.
Total. Nah,
Yeah,
what a
total.
cheap-
Total, it's not
He's a lot.
huge.
He's much more broke than Nala.
yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
Nala's got
Remember, he
bank.
rounds around for the
How
money.
much
seems
gold
like
was he
he's not taking enough in taxes if he can't pay us.
They also don't have a
So pretty
vault of
much-
money, so
So pretty much it's either 10 stars or 10 platinum.
If he is able to pay the current price in stars.
Well, that would be 20 platinum if it's the current price.
Yeah.
20 platinum. Let's see, there's 8 of us.
It'd be 2.5 each. Two
Yeah.
platinum and 50 gold.
That's
Mind
still
you,
quite a lot.
It's
I'd take
250
it.
gold, but that's assuming he can pay. He probably can't.
Well,
He
you
couldn't pull
know,
together more than 100 and some gold to
yeah,
pay
it's like
for
180, I think.
to buy a
Yeah.
house.
Actually,
A
no, I
lot of
think it was
stuff
just
on
like
the list.
87 gold.
It was I think I got 80 and then he had a bit more.
Oh,
I
that's
got 80
right.
for doing his gardening. For him.
That's right.
he's gonna have
Yeah,
a lot
so
of
we
stuff
might
missing.
have to take the stars from the mayor.
He's gonna might be sleeping on the street tonight. I better get my money. Anyways, I'd like to read the book after my 4-hour long rest. So for like the 4 hours.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and just give me a flat intelligence roll with advantage.
Right. Intelligence. I would like to DM inspiration.
Oh, yeah, but go ahead. Yeah, might as well.
Flat intelligence. MSQuit. Bam. There we
Alright.
go.
That's our
So,
cook.
for the... Let's just add a little counter on your thing. Where are you? Inky. Alright.
Could we just put it for like quantity?
Yeah, here. So we're gonna make a percentage here that's gonna be starting to go up. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh wait. Is there? All right. Oh wow, this character sheet is taking forever to load. I just realized there's music playing on the jukebox this whole time. My bad. Where the hell is that?
Oh shoot.
I thought
My
that was
medieval-
intentional.
I mean, it works. It's just I feel bad for stream because I was playing that at the same time of playing music on YouTube in the background. And every
see
once
it.
in a while I'd
Yeah,
pick up on it. And I'm like, what's going on?
I couldn't hear the music.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
pretty
very-
quiet.
Right.
So we're gonna add. Wait, why do you have what? You have 3 things for keeping track of your arrows.
Huh? Oh, those are fillers. The 18. I have 18 arrows.
Oh, okay.
Got the good arrows, the bad arrows,
All right. Well,
and the
this is
special
only
arrow
arrows that
arrow.
you only use.
This is gonna
Yeah, those
be.
are there. I just kind of ignored them. I have 18 arrows only.
There we go.
Which now that I think about it, I should probably it's probably buy more arrows.
We got the gold now.
Is that 11%?
Yeah. There we go. There you go.
Did I learn any recipes? Would you say?
Yeah, sure. You pick up on a recipe or two. And you're 11% on that progress. All right. And is there anything else anyone would like to do before they long rest?
I suppose I'll just try to get some progress on my blood analysis that I've been slowly working on.
All right.
If I can still get a full long rest while also doing that.
Are you one of the people who only needs like 4 hours sleep?
No, I need a full 8 hours. So
No,
I'll
so
just
then
sleep
you
if
don't
that's
have
the
time
case.
for that.
Okay.
So I guess at this point,
How do you sleep for that long? You're so small.
Well,
Like
well,
small things don't need to
actually-
sleep for that long.
Can I teach the dog to sit?
you notice that the
Train it.
dog seems to already know how to do that.
Awesome. All right, we're good then.
All right. And then, so everyone, go ahead and make your history saves.
Aw,
It's not
jeez.
technically a hit save, but we are
Oh,
treating it like a
man.
save.
Hey, I passed.
Me too.
There's a history.
And it's up by 2.
So MemDC goes up by 1, right?
2.
2. Up by
Two?
2.
Oh shit, it's at 12 now.
The 12.
It was 12 for me
Oh,
already.
no.
This is a bad thing or
Okay.
a good thing?
I don't want to
Oh,
forget.
never mind. It was 8
I
for
don't
me.
want to forget.
So now it's 12. Gotcha. I passed
Ooh,
it,
is
though,
that
so we're good.
Severance?
Oh.
Or sorry, not Severance.
No,
Hawkeye?
that-
that's
Oh,
Hawkeye.
we
So,
got the super claps.
man, just do not let the DM roll for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Not today.
Should we
Don't
ask him
be
tomorrow if he wanted to
surprised.
use a DM inspiration?
Did they say where they were gonna go? Because if they're not asleep, I can
Yeah.
just go upstairs and
I think
ask
he
them.
said he's going to sleep. is what
no,
he
yeah,
said.
Yeah.
he went to
He
sleep.
should sleep in. But
Yeah.
also, I was saying, I guess you could just like not tell him that you rolled and then ask for the DM info, so he doesn't know the result.
Nah, it's all
Just
good.
like, hey, do you want to?
I mean, he would know what the result is right away because he can see the save on his character sheet.
That's true. That's true.
So we'll just set this right back to 0.
I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget.
Yeah, it's alright. You got plenty of memories. Oh no, it sets back to 2.
They're all valuable.
Oh yeah, he should definitely prioritize sleep because with finals coming up, he's gonna have a
Oh
whole
yeah,
lot
yeah.
to do. Because he's doing like some kind of science related degree, and though any
Mhm.
science or STEM related degree, the finals can be brutal. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
that much.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Very much so. There we
So-
go. All right. Yep, that'll be just a fun little funky. There we go. To be fair, this is only the second Forgotten Memory, so they got plenty of time. All right.
Oh, doesn't their mem save reset then?
Yeah, it just reset. So now it was only a 10. They just rolled a
All right.
4.
We did that for our long rest. Gotcha.
All right.
Back
And
to
then
full health, got some spells.
What about strength? You know.
yeah, so strength has not come back yet, but those who are in the house, when you walk into the sunlight, you feel rejuvenated and your strength return.
The
Well,
sun.
nothing changed for me.
Well, that's nice. You see Needles, who was pretty much just riding Terra this entire time, not wanting to strain my wings flying, finally actually lifts
Oh,
back off into
after-
the air.
After the long rest, if we're up now, I do want to head back over to the market and see if there are any new vendors.
Gotcha. I do
I would
think
actually
though.
like to also head to the market for ingredients.
So we can start next session with that.
Yeah.
I do believe I'm gonna call it. Hopefully next time I'll be better about starting closer to 9. Or actually next time I won't be coming right off of work, so I'll probably also just be better rested in general. But I know I personally am getting pretty tired.
Hawk is
Well,
also
'cause
already
there was
asleep.
definitely a point where during the role playing a tired person, I'm like, oh, I'm just actually tired.
I thought you were method acting. I was like, "Man,
A
he's
little
Yeah.
column A, a little column B.
That was like any mistake you make is canon.
By actually being tired, you know.
It is funny. I remember for my brother, we had a campaign that I'm in that he's running. Uh, he he made one of the characters that we were interacting with sick because just in canon because he knew that he was not going to be fully recovered from his sickness, so he could just
That's
have
why.
that character doing the coughing.
genius."
Yeah. But anywho, so thank you all for making it. And don't forget if you're not maxed out to give yourself a DM inspiration. And let me just make sure because I know some funky things are potentially coming up in my schedule. But not next week. So next week should be good. Okay, cool. So, none of the weird stuff. So in June, it might get a little funky, potentially. I'll let you guys know. But for May, it's gonna be fine. Because the one time where I have some weird stuff going on, it's not in Tuesday. Anyway, wow, Tuesday's just a good day.
From May, on the 20th